Hey, hey.
West Corey with the Corey's here with the
Welcome to the Smiling Sufferer podcast. That was Sheck West by that was Bamba by Sheck West. On the mic, you got Corey on the mic. Coriola.
Trying to recognize your name.
Coriola.
And I'm Yetunde.
Okay.
That's your boy G, aka
No,
the
I'm
black,
not Yetunde.
the black
My name
James
is
Bond.
Yetunde.
You know,
The Black James Bond.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's been up now,
Black
you guys?
Bond.
Not much.
We
not
took a
much.
2-week break, 2-week hiatus. Wait, is it hiatus or hiatus?
Hiatus.
Hiatus? It depends, because I'm originally from Nigeria and we use Queen's
For real?
English. We use Queen's English.
Hold on.
I'm not sure
You
hiatus
Nigerian,
is
bro?
the right one.
So how does it go in
Are you
Nigeria?
I'm not
Nigerian?
sure. I'll need to look it up.
So it's hiatus in Nigeria.
The British say hiatus.
I don't think that's what they say too, but okay.
So what do you guys do for Thanksgiving now?
Nothing. Cook and eat.
Oh, do you have family over?
Yeah. Always.
I think Wale is the only one that didn't have any family over. He was
You
all by
Says who?
himself.
It was just you and yourself.
Oh, you had your family over?
I mean, my immediate family wasn't over, but I got family.
Oh,
So
wait,
you
so
went
what
over
did
to people's house, or you
Yeah, I
stayed
went
at home?
to they were my guardians when I first came to the States.
Oh, okay.
Went to their house.
So like your adopted parents.
Kinda, yeah. I was there for a while. Went to my babe's house too.
You go chop, Abi.
Go chop.
What else is there to do but eat?
I
Well,
guess.
and cook.
Yeah.
But you don't. Do you cook? Y'all don't cook, so
Says who?
We cooked.
you cook for Thanksgiving is what I said.
Oh no, that one is past my power.
Wait, so I'm curious though. So this Thanksgiving thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What it represents is when I keep hearing when the pilgrims.
Came to America and colonized everybody and killed them all with their smallpox and
Corey,
their
they were
diseases.
calling you.
Wait, they came with their smallpox.
You know, because
But I thought it was Columbus that came.
Yeah,
So
All of them.
was Columbus a pilgrim?
yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
was from the New World or the Old World or whatever you want to call it.
Anyway, we shot thankful, Sha.
Yeah, so now a lot of people are not celebrating that original Thanksgiving anymore. It's just a season to be thankful for what you have in your life.
I
and
like
stuff.
it because it's the one season that everyone can celebrate. Well, everyone except the natives, right?
Right, so that's not everyone.
But I'm sure the natives celebrate.
They
it too.
don't.
They don't.
Actually, no.
It's been such a long time ago. though.
Really, correct.
How many
So-
years ago? 600 years ago.
Really? Is this what we're doing right now? Please, let's not do this today. Please, let's not do this.
Please.
Sorry, don't do this.
What? Do what? What am I doing?
I see the smirk on your face. You're trying to be devil's
What?
advocate for no reason.
I'm not being
Don't.
devil's
Stop.
advocate.
Oh, please stop. Thank you.
Okay.
We're not doing this.
So Thanksgiving was
It was fun.
pilgrims came,
They took over, killed them all, and took over their spot.
but
and
no,
called
but
it America.
no, but you're missing something. I think there was an exchange of gifts, right?
Because they thought they were welcoming nice people, and then they clobbered and killed them all.
So they came and they presented them with like food and drinks.
Yeah, and they exchanged this. It was a feast. They sat
Yeah.
per my middle school
Mhm.
science
That was
social
what I'm
studies
asking you, 'cause
teacher.
you would know.
Yes, it was. But I feel now that I'm grown and I'm reading my own thing, that's not really how it happened. But what we were told in a middle school was the pilgrims came, the natives came, they had a feast, they ate, each person brought their own food from the native town, place or whatever, and they had a feast and ate together. Yes.
And then right after, like the next day,
Well, no, not the next day. Apparently they coexisted for a little bit, and then the killing and pillaging and stuff started.
I think I always hear what happened. I think the Indians realized that
Natives, not Indians.
the natives realized that these guys are
Not here they're not friendly.
they're not
Yeah.
trying to.
And
Nope, and kill
Columbus and his people were like, look at me now. I'm the captain.
That's funny.
See, now, so I'm not allowed to talk about
That's
it,
not
but then
funny.
Wale is allowed to
But
joke.
people killed. So no, that's not. Let's be respectful.
But you know what it reminds me of? Do you guys hear about the missionary that went to
See,
wait, so what's it called?
initially
Retard, man.
in India, it's
Yeah,
India.
it's they
the
call them
Saman something. The
the
Samanese
Sentinelese.
something.
The
S
Sentinelese.
starts with an S. I know that.
So apparently these guys were
They're not touched. Nobody goes to their town. Nobody goes to their island. It's an island off of coast of India somewhere. It's in India.
But I think I heard they originally from Africa, right? And like they might have
I mean,
migrate
it's
because they
probably
look black, very black.
But they're Indians that are black too now.
Well,
they're
that's true.
darker than me.
True.
So they're
Okay.
probably they're Indians.
So they're on
in
this
India.
island.
They're staying in an island.
The Indian
Nobody
government,
goes there.
the Indian
Are
government said
protective of them.
no one should.
It's illegal to contact them. It's illegal. The fishermen that took the boy there are gonna be in trouble too. Because you're not supposed to leave these people.
You're
They
not supposed to contact
clearly
them. But then-
don't want to be contacted. They kill people when they come to their
So why-
island.
so why did he
So
go
why
there?
would you go?
But there was an American missionary.
Evangelize Christianity.
Isn't that what Jesus sent us to do?
Okay.
That's
Not
what
by
he sent us
force,
to do.
not
You see,
ramming
and that was what I
Christianity down
realized
people's
after
throats.
this thing. That was what I realized.
Which
A lot
is
of
what-
you Christians,
you
a lot of you
Christians?
Christians you guys were bashing this guy. This is what Jesus sent him to do.
That's not what Jesus sent him to do.
Jesus
No,
sent all his children
To evangelize,
to evangelize the word.
Yes,
and to make
but
sure
not for people that
everyone
don't want to
on
hear
all
anything
parts of-
from you, who have never been touched. Leave these people alone.
So
Do you know one thing? Do you want
some people
to
have
do you want
tried
to know
to go
one
there
thing?
before, right?
yeah, and they all
And-
get
Wait,
killed.
Corey,
And
Corey.
they threw them coconuts.
They've never been touched.
There was a video.
by
There was a
people.
video where some people went there and actually threw them coconuts, and they actually went and they grabbed the coconuts.
But they still don't want people touching them
Correct.
because every time people go there, they kill them, and it's not even fair to these people because per science, because they've never been introduced to us.
Yeah,
so
I
all
know.
our germs, if we go there, we're
I
gonna
know.
kill everybody. This is the same thing.
I'm sure the pastor will have taken some precautions though.
No,
for
he's
that.
not precautions. There's no precautions you can take because it's his germs on his body. There's nothing you can do about it. Just like when the pilgrims came and they introduced all the diseases to the natives and killed a lot of them.
So you're
Well,
saying
that's
he
what
was,
happened
he was
back
trying
then.
to
That is
Christopher
true.
Columbus the place.
No, he wasn't.
I don't think
he
that's
went
what he
there
was
to
doing. He
preach
was
the
trying to
word.
evangelize
I
the
actually heard
word
about
of
his
Christ.
story.
I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
actually,
no,
now that I
but-
read more about it, I
but-
felt bad for him.
Yeah, I felt bad for him.
But
No.
initially, I was like,
I don't know, man, because I would assume you have, as a Christian, you shouldn't just be stupid. I
God
think you
gave
should be
us
able to
free
make.
will.
You should be able to
Exactly.
make
A brain to
judgment
think.
calls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
you have to make judgment calls. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why God gave us a brain and spirit of discernment.
But hey,
That's
man.
what it's called, spirit of discernment, to be able to tell the difference between good judgment call and bad judgment call. And he made a bad judgment call, sadly, and he died for it.
I felt bad for him.
I
though,
felt bad
because
too,
he actually.
eventually.
It's
Now
not like
I
he had
do.
bad intentions. He wasn't like trying
But
to be.
it's not by force. Leave people alone. Like leave. I'm a Christian.
He
I'm a
wanted to
very Corey,
prophesize the word.
I'm a very strong Christian. Like I believe in Christ the Lord and all that.
Yeah.
But
And what he
people
did-
don't want to be
I'm talking
people
about
want to be left
from
alone.
a Christian perspective. What he did. Wait, so all these, so the Christianity that got imparted on us. Do you think we didn't want to be left alone initially? We all did now,
right.
and we got the word, and you're thankful for that right now.
Now, yeah,
For being
'cause
a
we didn't know
Christian,
any
right?
better, right?
And of course, if the well, I'm not trying to justify the colonizers, but if the missionary colonizers didn't come, you
But
wouldn't
they
have
came, and then you
access
see
to
what
the word.
happened. They killed a lot of people and they enslaved a lot of people in the name of Christianity. So it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's just that my personal belief
Mm-hmm.
and relationship with Jesus is different from the color. Well, it's not
no,
different
but
from
Corey
the
has a
colonizers, but
point.
it's not.
You
like,
have that
see what I'm
belief.
saying?
You have that belief and understanding today based
Because
on
of
somebody
that.
that went to do what this man did.
and
So,
prophesy the word.
I mean, at the end of the day, I still think you should make a judgment call. But
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
also
Leave
that
people
kind of
alone.
thing, like, why are you going to preach the world alone? Like, dude, at least
because no one else will go with him now.
Shouldn't I have told him
then
something?
go with
So
something.
apparently
I'm
they
just
said, that,
saying,
they said that he
on.
got there and he was like, Jesus loves you, I love you, and they threw spears at this dude.
Yeah,
They said the first
probably
time
They don't understand what he's
they said
saying.
initially the spear hit the Bible or something, and then
He thought he was invincible because of that.
and I think he left and then he came back, and then that's when they're like, you again.
Even when they had that, India had that tsunami or whatever. Remember
Mm-hmm.
when the helicopters, the Navy helicopter flew over their land, they threw arrows at the helicopter.
Oh,
they don't want to
I
be
think
messed
I
with.
heard- I think I heard
Leave
about
them
that.
alone. Like how hard is that?
I think I heard about
Jesus
that. Anyway, but
Christ.
moving on though, let's get to the topic at hand. So, did you guys like that Sheck West song?
Yeah, I've never heard it, but
is there any song you have heard before? If it's not Beyonce,
You've never heard that song, Mo Bamba? You know that's
don't
like
think I have.
that's like one of like
oh
the
my,
I
biggest
know who
songs
Sheck
out
West
of
is,
it's
but I've
one of
never
the
heard
biggest
that
songs
song
out of
before.
New York right now.
Okay, that's nice.
It's a
I'm happy
huge
for him.
record. It bops in the club. Like, everyone goes nuts in the club.
I'm happy for him.
But I think he's had some of his own recent allegations lobbed at him too, right?
Yep.
Wale.
Corey,
What?
Corey's quickly trying to bring that up before someone says, "Oh, you guys played Sheck West."
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You
I didn't follow the story, but I only saw that Justin Skies.
He might have made. She might have made some allegations against him.
She said one of her exes was physically abusive towards her,
Yes.
and he was one of her exes. So people are saying it might be him. I don't know if she mentioned.
No, but
his
didn't
name.
she come on Breakfast Club and actually?
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't followed the story.
She
I
talked
just
about
saw
it on
She talked
stuff,
about it
but
on
I don't think
Breakfast
she
Club.
mentioned.
She didn't
her
mention
name.
her name.
But I
Yeah,
think
so
online she
Well,
kind of
she came out as
Supposedly
saying-
somebody made a tweet and she liked the tweet.
Yeah,
That's
someone
that's
someone
confirmation for
said,
people.
yeah.
But how's that confirmation though?
You're right. It's not really confirmation.
That's
It's
not
it's
confirmation.
not
So
like
she
that.
brings it out of her
So-
mouth and says it. Oh, it's him. We don't really know who it is.
But that's all.
But,
All that's besides. The reason why I brought it up is because I noticed that it seems like hip hop has been immune to Me Too. Have you noticed? Is there a reason for that?
You know, there's a reason for that.
What do you mean
So-
immune to Me Too? Or it can't
The
happen
Me
in hip-hop?
Too,
The Me Too
except for
movement, the way Me Too movement has been taking down
except
Hollywood
for,
and all these
what's
other
his
guys.
name? Uncle Rush or whatever his name is. He
Yeah,
was the
Ross is
only
the only one, and Ross was
Snap.
like well past his I guess his hip hop prime.
Right,
You
right.
can say.
What I think is it's because it's mostly black women that are affected in the hip hop community. Look at R. Kelly, for crying out loud. R. Kelly's girls have been crying about this since, how old were we? Since we was in high school, and nothing
for
has
a
happened
while.
to him because they're brown girls. Let a one Becky, blonde hair, blue eyed girl come out on allegation against R. Kelly. See what happens to him.
I think there's got to be
And
more
he
to
know
it.
that's it. And you're underestimating America, Corey. And
but R. Kelly
all
has
it
been
takes.
pretty blackballed. He has been quite blackballed.
He's still selling
a
out
lot.
concerts, isn't he?
I don't think
He
so.
has
to all
concerts.
women, though.
I don't think he's getting the same kind of
I
concerts
mean,
he
of
used to
course
get before.
not. But he's still getting. He had a freaking song with Lady Gaga what was that? 2 years ago or last year was it?
Yeah, but I'm talking about recently.
That was last year. That's recent. I'm saying R. Kelly
I don't
should
think it was
be
last year.
completely blackballed, like unheard of anymore, based on all the stuff that's been alleged against him. Especially, we all saw the tape. You
Yeah,
remember
we all did.
exactly?
What tape is that? DP?
Yeah. the
Yes,
critic.
she was how old? 15, or even younger, 14.
So you think the reason why is
It's because it's a black girl.
black girls
That's
and
it.
black girls don't get as much priority.
No, in America, how many abducted black girls are there that they don't even look for?
But if that's the case, then that you can't really call that a legitimate
I don't know, man.
movement.
I don't believe it.
If the
I don't
movement-
believe it's just race.
I think
I don't
if
see
the
everything
movement
as
does
just
not
race,
acknowledge
race,
black
race, no.
victims, then it's got to be more than
Yeah,
that.
there should be intersectionality, and that's why. But the funny thing is, the founder of Me Too is a black woman, and that's what she's trying to do, actually.
Yeah.
But then they co-opted her movement and took it away from her, basically. Did you even know it was a black woman that started it?
Yeah, I know.
Some people don't.
I don't know. I need to do my research.
Yes.
I'm not just going to paint it black and white and say it's because
That's why
white.
I think the Me Too movement has not reached hip hop, because they don't even take hip hop people seriously anyway, compared to like the Hollywood industry. It's not taking it
They
seriously.
don't, but they need to
Exactly.
start because
They
hip hop
need
is
to
now the biggest genre.
Yes, but they don't. It's not even
It's
just
the
that it's black
biggest
girls, it's
genre
black men as well.
in-
They don't
in
take
the
us
US.
seriously. They see black men as over-sexualized people anyway, so it's like, oh, whatever. They don't take us
It's
seriously.
the biggest genre in the U.S. and I think they might eventually circle back
Hopefully
to
it
us at
does.
some point.
We hope, but we shall
And
see.
I'm kind of
Do you-
scared
do you
because
wanna-
a lot of
but
our
do you want
idols.
to know? Do you want to know something?
A lot of
If
our
you-
hip hop
Do you want to know
idols.
something? You can't have an outsider come and fix your own problems. So if black people are not canceling, I mean, I don't believe in cancel culture, but if black people themselves, like
I
I
see what
hate
you
this
mean.
whole, oh, it's because we're black. It's
But
like
it is.
No,
if
but then
black
I guess
people
I see what you're saying.
were
You're saying
doing our own internal counseling.
yes.
Oh my god.
Wait, so you're saying
If black people were doing our own internal thing,
mm-hmm.
people would eventually will follow up. Like, who consumes? Okay, you're saying R. Kelly now. You go to his show.
It's all
The
older
majority of the
black
people there are the women, and what's their
older
race?
women, yeah.
Older black
Older
women.
Black,
women, yeah.
exactly.
It's older black
So
women.
don't preach that. It's because
It's almost
But
like
these are
we
the
are
same-
not
we are not
listen,
holding our own
listen.
thing
But
accountable.
these are the
accountable.
same
Yeah.
black women older black women that they know the sexual assault is going on in church and they look the other way. It happens everywhere.
So these are the people. These are the
All the
people that should be
time.
held accountable.
You're
Like,
shaking the table with that
I'm
one.
saying it's the
No,
truth,
so these are the people that should be
though.
accountable. So
They
we
don't-
can't
You're
expect.
shaking the
Like, they
table
look
with
the
that
other
one.
way.
We can't
all the
say
time. So, I'm sorry, but-
oh, it's because Me Too. Because no, these are the people who treat your own first. We can't keep waiting for outside to accept us. Do your own inside. Because I would understand the argument if R. Kelly's fan base were white people. You know, I don't cancel people. I still rock some old R. Kelly jams, but I mean, I'm not going to go to a show. I've never really been. But if it comes to that stage where R. Kelly, I'm fine with it.
But how about let's even address the content of like hip hop. I mean, we have to admit
it's misogynistic.
It's very misogynistic. Like, and it's one of the. Are there any other genres that have that type of misogyny?
Country music.
Actually, country music is just as misogynistic. It's just
rock.
They're all misogynistic.
All of them.
To be honest,
everything.
Except for Christian rock or whatever.
Is it to the extent
of
hip hop?
Well, maybe not.
Like, do you hear them throwing around "hoe," "bitch" as much? Like words like "hoe" and "bitch" as much?
Probably not, but they do too. They're all misogynistic, to be honest.
And then the glorification
rap,
the glorification of certain lifestyles, like pimps and
hoes and all that.
But you guys, come on! Now. You know how the music was, but you
hip-hop.
know how the music was founded. Now it's like saying country music, people singing about owning horses and things like. I mean, that's it's their thing. Do you understand?
I know, but it's one thing to say it's our thing, but then if these things happen within our communities, and we're listening to this same music, I'm not saying it's the music that's causing it, but we kind of have to hold it accountable to an extent.
Yeah, I agree.
So what do you want to
hip-hop
censor
culture
hip-hop music?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
you want hip-hop artists to be singing about.
We need to hold ourselves accountable.
What's his name came out now.
We do.
This guy came out, 21 Savage, talk about how he wants to invest. Everybody's clowning him.
Why were they clowning him?
Just they're like,
he wants to invest.
Stick to
Why
singing
can't he
about
invest?
killing people.
What?
He came out recently. He's like.
Yeah.
Even if you listen to that song, one of my favorite songs.
He's no more buying jewelry.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs on
Metro's
album.
What?
One of my favorite songs on Metro's album. 10. What's that song? 10 girls. Yeah, no, not the
10
one.
Freaky Girls.
10 Freaky Girls. He said it was a line there was like niggas going broke because they always going clubbing.
Yeah.
Like he's actually saying but people want to hear the part where he's talking about I got a Glock on my.
Well, but we forget about like music is an escapism too, though. People want to escape from their problems.
It is.
So that's why they look to all this hip hop culture.
And that's why I'm so conflicted
escape.
when it comes to hip hop, because it was one of the first genres that I actually, as a kid, I latched onto very early.
Right.
But I'm very conflicted about
it
because
it's a conflicting thing. But there's some people that needs to be canceled.
Like even like so look at Tekashi now, for instance. You guys are familiar with what happened? What's been going on with Tekashi, right?
His album was supposed to drop yesterday.
Did you see the interview with him in the Breakfast Club? I actually liked them on that.
When I was telling you, what were you saying? When I posted it in the group, what were you like? You're like, I don't really care for the guy.
I've never followed him until this is my first time ever seeing him.
I'm telling you, he's a funny. Like, if you don't really know much about him, you just think, who's this asshole?
Right.
But when you listen to him talk, the first time I realized that this kid, he's kind of a genuine dude. It was the Angie Martinez interview. If you listen to that interview, he was even more like down to earth. He was like, the way he jokes, the way he's like very charismatic dude.
He's a troll.
So for those that don't know Tekashi, let's kind of like rewind it back for them. Wait, rewind it back. Is that right? No, because rewind is already.
It's like someone saying reverse back.
I just co-sign that.
People say that all the time, though. They say rewind it back. People say that.
I've heard reverse back saying.
So Tekashi is this kid, right? And the way he started out, Tekashi 6ix9ine, he came out with this initially when he started, because I've been kind of following him for a while. He came out with this song called Gummo, hard record. No, you must have heard it.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
How does Gummo go again?
The
stiffy.
Oh, I heard that. That's him.
Okay, you've heard Fifi.
Okay. I've heard Fifi.
He came out with Gummo, and that was when back then he used to rap another set. That was in the beginning of the song. You hear him go "Scum Gang," and that was this set that he used to rap right before. And I remember listening to some interviews with him back then, and even like the set he was repping, there was a purpose to it. I think they just called
Treyway, right?
No, these are before Treyway.
Oh.
They just called themselves Scum Gang. I think it meant Scum, S.C.U.M. It means a society can't understand me or something like that. But they were supposed to be like the counter to these Blood and Crip type gangs, right?
Wasn't he also Crip affiliated?
This was, and that's what I'm saying. This was before, but they were supposed to be. You see, I don't really understand street culture like that. But what I do remember was him talking about how Scum Gang was supposed to represent like kids in the hood that got bullied by these other gangs, and it was like a way of like standing up for themselves, and like trying to at least represent something more positive. And I think they may have been affiliated with Crips, but they weren't as toxic. You know, these Bloods and Crips now. You have blood gangs that fight with other blood gang, rival blood gangs. They're all over the place, especially when it comes to the East Coast. Especially when it comes to the East Coast. But, you know, it sounded like what he was really trying to represent was like more of like standing up for himself. So he came out with this song, Gummo. I'm like, this is a hard record. And what started happening was he would want to go like do shows, right? And because he used to represent, you know, because at some point, there was one point that he went from Scum Gang to Blood. He started repping Blood.
Oh, was it Crips or Blood?
No. He
went actually to Blood.
Yes.
Ugh,
yes. So he started out as he never claimed Crip, but he used to like affiliate with some of these guys. So and then he somehow became
each one. Or what?
So all these gangsters, all these gangsters all over the country, they were like, nah, you can't be repping gang without, you know,
paying dues.
Right. So he would go to these places, right? And they'll be like, nah, he got to check in.
Oh, that's where that thing is.
That's where it started, and that was where like I think he had to go to like Houston, and some of like the gang members.
I heard about that.
It was. So he went to Houston, and they were like, you got to check in, and because he had, you know, at this point he had started affiliating with some real street gangs, the Trey 9 Bloods, right? Is that what they call them?
Yeah. I heard about that
the
too.
Trey 9 Bloods or something like that.
And that's when Treyway and all them came
That's
from.
when That's when he started associating with this guy called Shadi. Initially I thought his name was Trey, but his name is not really Trey. His name is Shadi. But Treyway was just his way of repping that. And he would go to these communities like Houston, and he'd be like, nah, I ain't checking in. And he would pretty much, there was something ballsy about it. You know why? Because this kid, right, if you see him, for those that don't know, he has rainbow colored hair. I'd never seen anything like this. I've been listening to gangster rap for a while. He has rainbow colored hair. He's a short little Mexican kid. He's got 6'9" tatted on his face. Like he looks like a clown. And he
has the what's that scary movie? The Clown. He has a tattoo on his face. Jigsaw on his. I was like, what the heck?
He looks like.
I actually finally saw his full face on the interview on Friday. I was like, what is this?
He looks wild.
I like his stuff.
So sometimes he wears pigtails.
Yeah.
Now this kind of stuff goes against like gang street culture. Like it.
Well,
and then
Snoop,
he would tell them, no,
Snoop had perm and pigtails back in the day too.
Yes.
And he would tell them.
He did.
Yeah.
He would tell them, test my gangster.
But then
I love that part of him.
But
then
he would tell them to test his gangster.
But then rainbow colored hair.
He's not gangster though.
It's a troll.
But rainbow colored hair though, that was new. I'd never seen that. I'd never seen a gangster rocking.
But that should tell you that he's not even a gangster.
He's
like
not a
rainbow
gangster.
colored hair.
He's not.
But you see what he used to test these other gangsters, and because he had the right people, the like real street bloods behind him.
Wasn't 50 even on like?
Yes, even 50 was behind him at one point. He would go into their cities and troll them.
Still behind him.
No, he's not. Apparently, didn't you see his the tweet 50 wrote talking about don't call me.
Come on, are you taking that serious?
Well,
but anyway,
I said don't call me.
He would go into their
call
cities
your mama
and troll them. He would tell them, I ain't checking with nobody, and he would make these like real street dudes look stupid. Like he would go there and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm here."
But he went there at 4 a.m.
He did it. Well, he did it in Chicago. He went
at
in the middle
4
a.m.
of the night
for like 15 minutes.
Seconds. He said.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
I was like, "What is?"
And
this
he ran
kid?
back, but he was trolling them, and he kind of made them look silly because you know.
But that's dangerous.
But you have these guys.
People don't care.
I know, but
what? Right?
But
people don't care.
But you have to admit they end up looking silly because you know you have these
for
thugs,
that moment, and then they kill your ass later.
Thugs on the internet, you know, making threats. You can't come to my city, nothing, and before you know it, he's there. He did it in LA. He did it in Chicago. He trolled many other like supposed gangster rappers. The Game, who's very affiliated, he trolled him.
And who's that dude that he apparently? So there was a video that I saw that he was talking to someone's cousin. What's the dude's name? Some rapper guy, and then saying he has 30 stacks on him or something. What's his name?
Tado.
Yeah, but the other guy, Freeway?
No, it's not Freeway.
Not Freeway.
You can tell that.
What was his name? The Chicago rapper.
Chief Keef.
Yeah.
And then
You can tell that
week-
Yeti goes on Shade Room a lot.
No.
Because she knows all the dirt, but she doesn't know him. and
She
the
doesn't-
songs. she knows
She
all
just knows the dirt.
She just knows the dirt.
So supposedly he had 30.
No, but I
stats
haven't
on
even
him.
gotten to that
Okay,
point
go
yet.
ahead,
He's
continue.
trolling all these rappers, right? He's telling people test my gangsters. He's telling grown ass men SMD. If you know what that means, look it up.
I heard that.
It's a very, very derogatory term that you don't use. Like I guess in street culture, that's like a serious thing. If
Yeah.
you're telling another man to come to your nether regions.
Nether regions.
Suck my.
Yeah.
That's it. Just,
I mean, and keep in mind, this dude is doing it with pigtails, with rainbow colored pigtails. It's wild.
and colored teeth. I saw
And
that.
color-
too. I was like, what is
like
this?
dude got 6'9" on his face. He looks like a clown, and he's just out here, just the whole time he's like laughing it up, trolling. He's doing all these things, but then every now and then you hear him give some interviews, and you notice that he's kind of like a nice guy. So people really fucked with him to the point that his songs were charting. Because before that, his songs were he wasn't really anything.
Anything, right?
I mean, it's not like
But-
he's like a skilled rapper or anything. Most of the time, he's shouting on his record. But this guy, he started getting consistent, and he started getting on the
Charting,
billboards. He had like
Like 12 and 12
11
or
back to
something,
back
yeah.
billboard records. And of course, he released records like Fifi with Nicki Minaj. That was huge. That took him to another level. He's had some big records, and you know the label started to get behind him. But what recently happened was,
Until they're not.
it turns out that this whole time, the feds have been following this guy.
No shit. Like, come on. Didn't you learn from what's that dude's name?
Bobby Shmurda?
Like, didn't you learn from him?
And
Come
they have a song
on.
together on the album.
Can
Yes.
you imagine? Like,
That's yet
you
to drop.
learn.
Was supposed
Okay,
to drop
maybe,
yesterday.
okay, in the beginning,
Dummy
you were
boy.
gang affiliated. You needed to get your money up and all that. But once you start making money and records,
But do you
leave
know?
that
do-
life
no,
alone.
no. But do you know?
Like,
But
it's
see,
not-
that was the mistake he made. So
come
now
on.
that you know
I'm
his
so
album was
mad.
about to come out,
And then now
like a
he's-
week ago, he went on Breakfast Club and
Yeah.
he's like he's firing everybody. He's like
Yeah, he
everyone
fired
has been-
everyone.
He realized that all these people
Were playing him.
These gangsters
Yeah.
had been taking his money.
Yeah.
You know,
First of all, those guys are dumbasses. How can you take somebody's money is 3.6 million and you take 3 million and give him 600,000? What kind of 419
savage,
is
savage.
that? Like,
Savage.
come on, man. What kind of 419
he
is that?
dissociates himself right from these
But
guys.
everybody, even Treyway,
But
he
the
said,
feds
who's
are.
Treyway?
But
Can
can you
I
imagine?
come?
The feds are. But this is after you already trolled the whole country. Then the people that put you on, you now dissociate them.
Well,
It turns out the feds have been tapping their phone. The feds apparently, allegedly. Look, I'm not with this feds. If you're watching, I don't really know
You're
anything.
Corey from Owens Mill. You're nobody.
This is all stuff I saw on the internet. But basically,
It sounds like it might be
the
Treyway.
feds. But this guy's story is like a movie,
It
man.
really is, but they all are.
It turns out the
movie is
feds have
life.
been watching and the feds tapped their phones. The feds caught these people that were behind
Talking,
him
yeah.
talking about we're gonna need to super violate him.
Jesus Christ.
Which I guess in street nomenclature means to kill somebody, allegedly. What? Why are you laughing?
Oh, you're a
Look,
legend.
do don't get me in
Corey,
trouble, no.
You're not.
I-
You're
I
from
don't-
Owens Mill
I don't
by
laugh
way of
about
Ibadan.
this. I
So
don't-
please,
I don't laugh about this
You're
trade-
not
these blood
affiliated with
gangs.
any gang. It's okay. We know you're not.
I'm not.
I rap Body
I
Job
feel
Boys.
shady in your
I mean,
laughter.
seriously.
I feel some shady in your
Like you
laughter.
trying to
I rap Body Job
body
Boys.
job
too.
of ISI, please.
They were gags in ISI.
Really?
But anyways, for those that don't know, eventually the feds went to pick them up, all of them, rounded all of them up. Is that all of you? And the
It's-
But
ones
also,
that
this is a
had
good time
you
for
know,
the feds to pack them up.
And
It's
the
been
ones
there,
that
done
have
that.
let
Won
me
the
know
t-shirts. Basically, it's
everything.
life. It's
Because
like the
now
same old
they'll
story
be they'll
all over
be
and over
willing
again.
to snitch on each other since they're
And
not
he
cool.
will. I saw a meme. Did you ever see that? Whitney Houston when she was receiving some award and she was thanking everybody. She was named Jennifer Cicely. So they said that's how he's gonna be snitching.
He's gonna
in
be
prison.
singing to the high heavens. No, but
Oh,
for
God.
real though, like, but the reason why I'm not just bringing it up just to gossip about
He
6ix9ine.
should-
The
he
reason why I
should.
bring this up is this again, it goes back to this.
He's gonna cut a deal.
The kind of
and
things
that's
he
it.
should
the kind
snitch.
of things that we promote.
He should even snitch. I don't even promote
he's
not
gonna cut
snitching.
a
But
deal.
it goes back to
Because
this.
Bobby Shmurda is going to come out when he comes back, and I feel he's going to be a nobody by that time. Nobody's
No
going to
shit.
still be checking
Nobody's
for
gonna check
Shmurda
for
in
that.
how many more
No,
years. you know?
I think people are going to check for Bobby.
We shall see. How many years?
How many years does he have left?
I think they said she'd be out within a year or two.
Are we
Are
sure
you
about
sure?
that?
Yeah,
Okay, if that's the case, sure. But if he still like has a couple more years,
yeah. But
How many of them though have gone to prison and came back with nothing? What does that dude that stabbed somebody
Shine?
for Dr. Dre? He had an interview on Breakfast Club the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He stabbed somebody at the Source Award or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They found the
but
pen, and where is he now? Nobody. Dre's not even checking for him. He stabbed somebody for you.
but
He's not even checking for
like
you.
you mentioned Shine,
Like,
but
what?
Shine is getting money now.
That's not. I'm
But
not.
again,
Shine
it
is
goes
getting
back.
money from Diddy.
The reason why I bring this, it goes back to the things that because I'll admit I listen to his songs. I fuck with Tekashi's songs,
Oh, I like his
and
energy,
we
man.
promote these things. But then here is this kid now. He's in jail right
He's
now.
only 24.
Apparently he's 22.
Shmurda, I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Shmurda's been in there
Apparently
for
they've
like
even
4 years.
they've even
Plus.
transferred this 6ix9ine from general population. They said they transferred him to another jail
Yeah, he has
because
to be secured now.
there were a lot of
There's
threats
head
on his life.
head. Yeah.
You know,
Somebody was saying he's not gonna last in prison.
I'm scared for this kid, man. Like he has rainbow hair too, and you're going to prison. Like,
I mean, well,
and you've told
and there
so
are
many
gangs in
people
prison
to SMD.
So you shall.
So it's just like it's crazy, but I think it goes back to this, like the kind of songs that we promote and we support. Like, do we have any kind of
Shmurda
accountability?
Well,
How
sorry.
long does Shmurda have left?
He was in 2016. He was sentenced to 7 years,
Yeah.
but he was already doing 2 by then. He was already in 2.
Oh, so he has 5.
So he has 5 years left.
So 16 plus 5. What was that?
22.
22.
What?
So yeah, this guy is not almost out.
He is in there for a while.
Yeah,
And it's federal
I'm telling you,
prison. You
yeah,
don't
it's not
do
in there.
time
It's
served.
not-
Sure.
yeah.
Yes, I'm just.
That guy's still in there for a minute.
That's an old report. I read a report saying that he's going to be out within the next 2
Where
years.
did you read it?
This
Oh,
is-
you first said 1 year. Now you have changed it to
I
2
said
years.
I said 2
You
years.
hear it within the next 5
I'm
years.
telling you,
now.
I follow these things, man.
Okay, if you say
Guy
so.
go on.
My street goons, man.
Corey
They
doesn't. Corey goes on shade room.
be- they be
That's
they
his
be
source.
coming to give me information.
Shit.
See,
bro.
okay, wait. And then in 2017, he was given extra 4 years
I'm telling you,
for
this guy-
sneaking a prison shank into his cell. Come
Corey,
on, dude.
I don't know where you're getting your source from, man. That guy's in there for
What?
a while.
Look, I'm not gonna look this up now. I'm not gonna.
What is
That guy's
this?
in there for a minute.
If I'm wrong, then I apologize. I take it back. But anyway, the long story short is, you guys are not answering my question. Do we have some
What?
kind of accountability
Who's
as
we?
fans,
To do what?
as people that listen to hip hop fans, that listen
beg.
to these songs that
That me that is committing the crime. I beg you to go and commit the crime.
You can look at Rick Ross. He sang without being. He was a freaking prison guard,
me
and he
that-
still sang
but he said he got out of that life.
out of a life.
He got out of working for the authorities, and he joined the other side of working.
Well,
Do
even
you
that
believe
himself
that?
might be-
He was just trying. He
He's not
wasn't
the one
working
that
like in talking
stole-
Nigeria. He was just trying to.
Even the name Rick Ross self is not
I
his name
mean,
self.
he was just
Didn't
trying
he
to
steal
build
it?
a kinini.
He stole the name.
He stole the
So
name too
then
now.
he's trying
He
to
did-
build
oh,
a
yeah.
cred, street
Yeah.
cred. You can fake the funk.
But-
I'm okay with that.
And that's what
I'm still-
Tekashi was doing.
You can
But
fake
the only
funk.
problem I think that these people run into is, and like you always see it, and I'll bring this back to Nigeria. Even people end up rolling with the wrong set of people,
Yeah.
and it ends up putting you in like a situation. Sometimes
that
it
you
puts you in a
can't
wrong
handle.
situation, but like it's just he had the wrong people around him. There's no reason why. And then I understand some of these people, like, they want to be accepted by the hood so much. They want to be loved by the streets. But, guy, you're making too much money. Like, you don't. And then some of this is
out.
charges. The funniest thing about it is that it happened this year.
Yeah, all of it.
Not all of it. Some of it happened this year.
They
And-
got him. They got Shotty on camera. The old manager. They got him on camera robbing a guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Are
They
you
got
serious?
yes. And guess who he was robbing?
Who?
Remember I was telling you about the S.C.U.M gang that he was robbing affiliates of the S.C.U.M gang.
So it's like,
This
These
is that's
people
his
gone
former
there too.
gang.
It's like, come on, you're making it too
They
easy
got
for
him
the
on camera,
feds.
and the
Like,
whole
come
time
on.
Tekashi's in the car. I don't even know if
Waiting?
Tekashi. Yes.
so this thing,
with
this
your
things,
rainbow bright hair, you stand
so
out
this thing
now.
happened. This
Come
thing
on, these
happened
people
like
are
when it
stupid,
was.
I'm
I
sorry.
can
They also
understand.
got him on. You brought up the video where they got Tekashi talking about, I got
Yeah.
a 30 pack on this dude's head. That was on Chief Keef's cousin's head.
And you have what's his name? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Kind of shitty. You have like with Shmurda's zone. At least his own happened before he rose to prominence.
But he still continued. He didn't stop. That's the problem.
No,
but they had been following him before.
Yeah,
this one
just
started following
him. Yeah. So they had been following him before.
So it was probably all the internet
and then he went to go and
saw.
snitch on himself and everybody. Like the whole crew is in jail from that song.
Yeah.
But
wait, what?
Yeah, on the hot what's that song? Hot nigga song.
Hot nigga.
Everybody.
Everybody.
What's that guy that caught a body a week ago? What's that guy that caught a week? Something got a week ago.
Bobby Smarter.
No, the one that he said in the song. Caught a body. Something caught a body a week ago. That one, all of them. He mentioned them. There are about 6 of them. He mentioned the song. They pack all of them together. It's so funny, like you're hearing and then they now play this song.
Well, that could be artistic license.
But either ways, like, so what happens is they hang around gangsters and it's like, and that's why I said take it back to Nigeria. Like you have a lot of them hang around like Yahoo boys, cultists, and see recently
there was a recent incident of one of Wizkid's guys getting slashed.
Well, I know you want to bring up with. Yeah, and do you know what? Funny enough, go and read the new report. They said the guy's actually there to pay up the debt.
Yeah, he was.
So you see,
it was like 15 million. But why is it? But Wale, let me ask, why is it only Wizkid owing people money? Why?
No, but this guy, do you understand? Do you want to know? Do you want to know what? This guy, all of them owe people money. But I think the problem with Wiz is because Wiz might not be as friendly with all of them as some of the other people are.
Yeah.
So all of them owe people money because what happens is this. They go out.
Yeah.
These clubs call them to come in, come and do appearance, and then depending on what the deal is, or sometimes they'll start bringing the bottles and they'll probably be like, "Oh, guy, pay later now," that kind of stuff. And you go and you pay later. And sometimes, like, I don't see anything wrong. I'm sure how many artists here owe money of things that are trivial like that. But for whatever reason, somebody obviously wasn't happy with how it had gone, and like. The first report.
By the way, for those that don't know, basically they said Wizkid's manager, right, went to some
manager, his bodyguard.
So his bodyguard went to some club in Lagos.
So his bodyguard is also a bouncer in the club.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The report came out. You can tell that whoever came up was obviously not a Wizkid fan. So they're trying to twist. It's just the same way when Davido, that guy Tagbo died.
Yeah,
they try to paint it that. It was Davido. Oh, he was there. He died in his presence. They went to go and drop his body off at the hospital dead and stuff like that. But apparently, the guy CCTV came out where Davido had left when the guy was going mad and everything, like from whatever he drank.
No, but go back to
so with Wiz, his bodyguard supposedly works as a bouncer in the club.
Yes,
and they said a dispute. So the report came out that they had a fight. And the guy was slashed with a machete on his face. Huge slash.
The bodyguard
and the reports came out that he was arguing.
You see this picture,
he was arguing. So the first report came out that he was arguing about. It was like, Wizkid's bodyguard was arguing about Wizkid with someone about Wizkid in the club. So what that already painted to Nigerians was that, look at this one, you're fighting for your guy. That some people even like your guy that's in America didn't take you or is in Dubai and stuff like that. So that's the initial thing that came out. Then someone came out and said, actually no, he's actually a bodyguard for the club, and that they was fighting him because Wizkid owes money. The club then puts out their statement and they mention Wizkid owing them money like 6 times in that statement. Yeah. Meanwhile, the new report then came out that they're actually being sued because that nigga went there to pay.
Oh gee.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes. So I don't know what the real story
allegedly,
is.
We
Allegedly,
don't know.
But that's
We
the
really
new
don't
report.
know.
So it's like something somewhere.
All we know is that
believe
someone's face is getting slashed.
I do believe
Davido,
that money was owed, but I also believe that it could be a case of, somebody trying to find a way to get the money back. But if they say the guy went there to pay, then something else must have gone wrong somewhere.
So how much? It was like 15
They said it was
million
like
naira,
15. They said it was like
that's like
something from
$40,000.
drinks, then something like that.
Now let me ask something. What are you doing at the club?
That
No, it was more than one event though.
So it was an event.
It was more than one event.
But it was for drinks.
One was a party, a full party that
the club hosted.
I think so. Yeah, one was a full
it was
party,
still
like
drinks.
8 million.
I mean,
you can host parties now. Come on now. You're saying what are you doing? These guys go to strip clubs.
You're saying Wizkid was hosting a party, or he was just he was just
They
buying
said
bottles.
one was a event, a beach event or party, something that
and,
he had.
and he probably bought bottles.
And so
But the club hosted the
and
party.
the clubs,
Okay.
yeah. So and then so people that go to strip clubs here and they spend 50K, 60K on strippers. What are you saying?
I think they're dumb too.
Yeah, but you have two. You
think a
have
lot of
two.
them are dumb.
You have two. You have two sets. This way is a two set of events. For how you guys spend your money however you want to spend it.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
my
yeah,
money.
yeah,
Do you understand?
yeah,
I can't tell you how to spend. When these guys are buying
Fair.
Davido, Wizkid, all of them buying diamonds worth hundreds of thousands of watches. You can all, but that's their money. They're
It is.
millionaires, so they can spend
It
it.
is. It
The only
is.
thing is that I feel like these guys get attacked from by you can tell who likes who and who doesn't
Right.
like who.
That's-
That's why I brought up
that's
the
true.
David. So it's not that I sound bad to Davido one because that they made it seem like Davido killed that guy.
Yeah, I remember.
That's what
Do you
I
understand?
heard,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like that's because you can. It depends on who's reporting the story or who's involved. So you can tell whoever is involved is only fuck with Wiz.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, well, let's do this.
This guy he'll make a good PR.
So
PR
so
guy for
and the
Wizkid,
same thing
wouldn't he?
same thing with
See this
but
guy
but all of them no
spinning,
because all of them
spinning.
yeah, all of them owe money. Like but it's not like they owe the money like it's like you go to a club. They know you. Yeah, Wiz come. Like you know, most of the time you're not
You don't carry
counting.
cash,
You don't,
right,
yeah, or
right.
even if you do, they're like, "Guy, don't worry, just pop. We'll send it to your house later." Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I've heard so many stories. Just even your old boy, somebody be like, "Oh, if you go to this club, tell them you know XYZ. They will give you all the drinks you want and just put it on
His tab.
the guy's tab."
Wow.
They
Do
can
you get?
spend the money however they want, but if someone's face is getting slashed over
That one is
$40,000
fuck. That one is that's
clearly
fucked
you're
up.
doing something wrong. But hey, what do I
That
know?
one by the club is messed up, you know. But Wiz too. I mean, obviously he has they has money issues. Back to Runtown too. Did you see the one that said they scammed the woman here of
Runtown.
Runtown?
Wait, what? What
They
happened?
scammed that him and his brother and some other guy scammed the lady
Isn't Runtown's manager that Dilly guy?
that was his former boss.
That's his former boss. That's
Yeah.
guy that's all. That one I've heard things about him too, but I ain't
Yeah,
gonna say
that
it
one
on
too. I
air.
heard
So
some-
Runtown did what now?
that they scammed somebody. They were one woman, a young woman she has reported to FBI, she has
Jeez.
reported to
Are
you
Interpol.
serious?
She has reported that apparently he's somebody affiliated with Runtown she was supposed to deliver money to her husband in like Kenya or somewhere and then the person was like sure. So they sent maybe she sent like a couple $100,000 if I'm not mistaken. They probably gave the guy like 10% of the money or something like that. I
But-
kept the rest.
Look, if it
But-
turns out to be true, we need to
So-
start shaming these people
But-
that
So-
come here
but-
and
but-
Then
Hard
they have
to-
audio of
How are
Runtown.
you
I don't know
sending money?
either they had a
What?
I think they had like a legitimate business
or
name or something.
something.
I mean, some of these things you can easily be conned sometimes. You
maybe
know,
they also caught Danny Crane that one time too.
yeah, Dami Crane that he was using fake, and that's like, look, that's what I'm saying. That these people get involved, and that Dami Crane one self, he might not even be the one who. From what I heard, he's probably not even the Yahoo boy in the case. But it's like they come here, they chill with the Yahoo. You see these boys in the club when they come to
Yeah, that's
Yahoo
true.
boys, do you understand? So it could be one of those Yahoo boys that like, guy, maybe go this place real quick. Let's do private jets. And that's how you get caught up in this thing.
Yeah,
but
that
they're
was what
stupid
happened to
enough.
Danny
Yeah,
Crane.
they're
He
stupid
was-
enough.
He was getting on private jets
Yes.
on someone
Why are
else's
you getting
dime.
on Dami Crane? What shows are you doing in America that are getting on private jets? Where you who knows
That's
you
a
for
floss,
here?
none.
But that's what happens is you chill with these people.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I want to address that too. This
So
whole flossing
you chill
culture.
with these people, and that's what happens. You chill with the wrong set of people. You get caught up in the negative
and that,
part, and
right.
then you are the star. So
It's
it is your
only your
name.
name. Yep,
People would always
yep.
remember you from.
On the name of flossing.
Yeah, the Runtown one, there was a tape self of like Runtown was on the phone supposedly. I don't know if he took the money or he knew about it, but he's being the one that was involved. Like the star in it, it was his name she was mentioning and stuff like that, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, so stuff like that. Even
crazy.
Davido dropped a video recently of one of his tours, and one of his boys, supposedly the store accused them of stealing a perfume bottle, which was a
What?
misunderstanding. And you know, Davido came out and he was vexed and was like, "What? After we just spent £7,000 in here? What do you mean we're all millionaires here?" I'm like, "Guy, calm down." But once somebody said something in that video that made sense to me, was like, "David, please go back inside the car. I don't want your face to show in this." Which is good because tomorrow, if that had escalated wrongly, you come out saying Davido steals cologne bottle, or, you know, do you understand? Something silly like that, you know. So like, yo, this guy just stay inside the car, but it was a case of misunderstanding.
Look, I think a lot of it too it just has to do with this whole flossing
Alright.
culture, big manism
wants
culture.
to
We're so
shine.
obsessed with trying to
Material
look
stuff.
so.
Yeah. It's everybody though.
It's
they
like-
all do it.
Grow up, man. Like,
It's not. It's
You know what I'm saying?
everywhere. There's a
I know,
meme
it's
going
everywhere.
on right now in Asia where it's called
they're
falling
really
out.
bad in Asia.
Falling out, where you fall out and all your material stuff is lying around you. It's like everything
yeah,
fall
you
out
come
of
out
your
of
purse.
your car, yeah.
Like, what is that? Come on.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
See,
If you
people
ask
who
me.
don't have want to act like they have,
Mm-hmm.
and I can understand flossing or looking good, but when you go beyond
Your
like
means.
your means, it's like you borrow money to go to the club. You know that's the one that
you
doesn't
just
make
to
sense to
corn
That is
me.
more,
so
man.
Or,
That's the way I see
ridiculous.
people like
you,
that. They just-
I've heard of people telling people that will call them when they're in like the Gucci store saying, "Please, can you send me like $300?" I'm like,
What?
"It's like Gucci store."
If you can't afford it, why you in
Like,
Gucci?
do you understand? But like, you know,
Shit.
it's
Buy credit
crazy.
stuff to
Like,
H&M or something.
those
So that
brands
they can
don't
then
even-
come
they
on.
don't do anything for me.
They
But
can then
maybe
come
I'm a simpleton when it comes to
they can
fashion
then come
stuff,
on
so-
Instagram, and like literally this guy that they told me about, I've seen his Instagram, and like it was just
He
like it made
flossing
sense.
with-
He'll be with his people, you know. I don't want to give too much information, but with his people, he would post, you know,
Or the
all of
purchases
them
and stuff.
chilling. But then you hear from someone that, oh, this one when he was in the store, he hit me up. Like, I seen the message itself, say, guy, I did good stuff, but you get like this thing. And I'm like,
And they will send it to him.
no. The guy was like, he didn't send it to him, but maybe someone else did send it to him. I don't know.
Anyways.
But what can you buy in Gucci for $30 anyway?
No, send me some money. I'm in the Gucci store, send me some money, like $500 or whatever.
Anyways, what else has been going on? Oh yeah, this morning. Did you guys hear about the social credit scores that they want to start in China?
Who?
Social credit score.
Those ones are living Black Mirror lifestyle.
Yo,
I was
you
just
don't
gonna say,
understand.
that's like that show.
It's scary.
What?
Yes. So yes, Black.
You know
Like,
they have that.
They're going
What?
ahead.
Don't you know-
and they've started it.
They
so,
have that thing already now where your face, if you like jaywalk,
Yes.
the camera catches your face and puts you up on the billboard next to the place. Like if you commit a traffic offense or something, they take your face. They have facial recognition and they post like your face up there, like just
gonna shame you.
yeah, kind of
What?
thing.
So no, but let me tell you about this China one. So basically, what they're doing is it's kind of like your financial credit score, but this is a social credit score, and it's based on like just your social interactions, especially online, and depending on how your social interactions online and in real life. So if you happen to be like someone that does petty crimes or does crimes and all that stuff, your social credit score is going to be pretty low. And part of what that means is you're not gonna get access to certain things. Like
All that's going in my mind right now is that
like
Black
yes.
Mirror episode.
So and like it's
What?
pretty bad, and it's certain things like you might not be able to like get on an airplane, for instance,
because
of depending on how bad you're. So you have to like work to build your social credit up.
So how do you build it?
I guess depending on like I guess you see I don't know. I don't know the
I have to look
details
that
of
up
it.
more. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yes,
What?
it's pretty.
In
And
in
right
China?
now, I think they said there's like 11 million people or something that they won't be able to get on like planes or something like that. Yeah, it's a real thing. But you know, you also have to consider it's a country of 1.3 billion, and I think
Well,
it's
true.
their way of trying to promote good behavior to get people to start. You're literally shaking the table. Literally to get people to start. I guess doing good. Yeah.
By 2020,
No, but you can't-
it is intended to standardize the assessment
you know what
of
that-
citizens
but you know what that
and
would do?
businesses.
Yes.
What?
There are gonna be
Yes.
so many fake social media,
Right.
more fake lifestyles. People are gonna be buying more likes. It's a
Yes.
business, so I should go
yeah,
into the
so-
business of selling bots.
You look, this
to buy
is
likes.
this is
I'm
the
like,
future.
my mouth is like opening. Like,
Yo,
what is
it's
this?
real.
It's a business.
It's Black Mirror. Black Mirror is happening. Did you call?
Wow.
Oh boy. Okay. What else happened in the last 2 weeks?
Like, what else happened? There's too much.
There was a lot
of things.
Did you guys see that Jill Scott video?
Yep. Miss Jilly from Philly. But that's the thing, though. Why are people surprised? Jilly has always sang about raunchy stuff.
I think no one really knew about it like that.
Well, social media is not popping. She's
So-
done this
No,
before in
but
concerts.
that
She's
whole
done this
microphone-
before. No. This is not
for
new
those
for
that
her,
don't know,
though.
we should explain it to
She's
people
done this
real
before in
quick.
concerts.
She's at a concert and she's singing this song and she proceeds to remember what we were talking about earlier about SMD she proceeds to act that
Perform
out.
oral play on the.
She was simulating oral sex
on the microphone.
We have to be
That's
careful. You know they're banning people on YouTube now for
No.
saying lewd things.
Those are actual words now.
Yes.
She was
That's not.
simulating.
Yes, she was
oral
simulating
sex. That's
oral
it.
sex with the mic, but
she was going in.
She looked really good at it.
It was like she was.
She
I didn't watch it that far.
she gave it some ginger.
I didn't watch it that much.
You did it?
I didn't reach that level. Once it started, I just stopped watching it.
Lies from the pits
What
of
are you
hell.
doing?
I'm
Wale.
serious. Once it started, I just stopped watching it.
Why?
Like,
You know why?
It wasn't
I know why.
attractive to me.
It was because she's a bigger lady. That's why.
If you want to put it that way.
You are fat shaming her.
if you
Wale.
want to put it that way.
She's sexy. I'm sorry.
Yo,
if
that
you want to put
shit.
it that way, I just wasn't.
I can't
feeling
even
it.
front. That stuff
Just got
was
it
like
sexy.
that stuff looked good. The way she did it, like she was using like both hands and everything. She had like the spit action.
Oh god damn! I hope no one else had to use that mic after.
She's the one. She was in concert now. It's probably her stuff that they carry on with them all the way.
She even
But
had
this is not new.
had some like ball action.
Actually, everything.
Oh
She
my
did
God.
the whole thing.
I'm like, what is going on here? It looked good. It looked
I mean,
good. I am going
she's a
front.
grown woman. She's
allowed to do whatever she wants, but I
experienced.
just didn't want to watch
She's
it.
been around the block for.
But I wonder
minute
how
or
she
two.
felt because I can imagine
She
there's no way
mentioned
you
it, though.
won't feel uncomfortable
What do
Nah,
you
she
mean?
probably
She
she probably even
didn't.
practiced before
with
she
the
did
kind
it.
of
This is-
exposure it got.
Listen, this is not
People
new,
were making
though.
jokes.
Do you
She's
know how many?
been doing this
do you know how many?
forever.
How many? Wait, she married?
No.
No.
Do you know how many hey big head she got?
Right?
Someone even dedicated a video to her.
Somebody
where
made
he was,
there's a painting someone did of it.
yo, guys were going
So,
wild
Do you know how
over
many?
that video.
Shit, you know
Trey
how many?
Songz wrote a song
Oh, really?
about
Do you know how many-
yes.
Do you know how
Wow.
many lovers
So-
she's getting?
All right.
But she's always gotten lovers though. Just God is not. She's been around the block for a minute. She's not
I'll do
some
that.
prude. She's sing. You don't listen to Just God, I guess.
No.
She sings about it all the time.
She even
All the
she even
time.
simulated like getting.
This guy alpha now.
She simulated it getting on her face too.
As
Yeah,
in,
like-
guy. It was good, man.
Anyways, but this is a good time to take a break, right?
Okay, let me read what's sorry.
Wait, hold
Sorry. He says, "Hi, I sing, act out a lot of all kinds of stories. You should come, S.C.U.M, to my shows. After a Joe Scott show, most people get splendidly laid by whoever they came with.
Oh, shit.
Hashtag if they don't fuck it up. Stop fronting, you suck dick too."
Yeah, that's probably
Those
for the,
soul sisters.
That's probably for the women
They
that
be the
were.
freakiest.
The
So
R&B
shaming her.
women,
They be
duh.
the freakiest.
Like, what do
you have that
think?
lady too, Erica Badu.
She has how many kids? But how many? Like these people are not. But
They
they
be
sing
the
about
freakiest.
it though. They don't hide it.
Yeah.
You
I
just
ain't
don't
even
listen to
mad
their
at them.
lyrics. You listen to their songs. You
ain't
hear
even
that
mad
they're
at them.
about that life.
Anyway, but Wale,
But anyway,
help us out, man. Take us into the break. Introduce the song.
Yeah, so new song by my boy, Starboy. You know, the
course
best
now.
artist
Your
out
Oga.
of Africa.
Your Oga.
Starboy. Hashtag Team Starboy. Only one Starboy. It's called Gucci Snake,
love
featuring
that song.
Slimcase.
I've heard this one. Thank you very much.
Probably because after I posted it inside the group.
Actually, no, that's not.
But yeah.
She totally hadn't heard it before.
No. Apple has it as their playlist. African
Oh, they
playlist.
do?
Don't play me.
Gucci Snake, got big, big, big. Gucci Snake, big, big, big.
That's a jam.
This biscuit never disappoints.
Wait, so this is a single, right?
Yeah, it's a single.
It's a single with
What Slimcase?
Slimcase.
Yeah.
So is it Slimcase's single or
Oh, it's Wizkid, yeah.
is this gonna be on his next album?
I don't.
Oh, is
maybe.
there gonna be a next album?
Yeah, Made in Lagos. Is it called Made in Lagos? There's an album coming out December, I think.
No, Made in Lagos was your boy with Mayoku now.
Mayor.
Oh, sorry.
of Lagos.
That was Mayor of Lagos. Did you hear that?
I did.
I wasn't really that excited
Same
about
here,
it.
man.
Yeah, I
Kinda
was
disappointed.
It was a little
I mean,
disappointing.
everybody says it's fire, but
Yeah.
it's not like his singles were so fire that I was expecting like
the songs that I liked, and that's how I know if
Too
I like an
much.
album. When I listen to the album, and the only songs I like the most are the singles that already
I
came
mean, there were
out.
like one or two songs that I could add, but I don't know, man. It wasn't an awful album, but,
Yeah, but
I guess I was expecting too
I was
much
expecting more.
from the
expecting
singles that came out. I was like, yo, I mean, I bigged up Mayokun. You know, I'm gonna have to do another top 10 at the end of the year because some people disappointed me and some people have shut up.
They've shut up,
you know,
Abi.
but It wasn't bad. I just thought Mayokun could do better.
I was thinking about like I was watching some performers right over the last couple of weeks, and I'm trying to remember whose performance I was watching. That I was just like, it just felt like they were just shouting on the stage. It felt so. It was terrible. Are there any really good Afrobeat performers out there?
Burna Boy.
Now I know Wizkid concerts are supposed to be really
Burna
really
Boy.
lit, right? Burna Boy.
Yeah, Burna Boy. I like Wiz.
I feel like Davido shouts. I'll be
this is the
honest with
problem
you.
Yeah.
I don't like with Davido. Or any artist that does hype man. I don't like hype man. Because sometimes hype man I feel like they want to make it their show.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Oh, he has
special as hype man.
Special.
And
Oh, that's it. Oh, I heard that.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
big
I
guy.
don't I don't want to sound like I'm hating on the guy or anything, but like I'm not really a fan of hype man.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Davido doesn't use it every time. I think when he goes live band, he doesn't use a hype man.
There's something about that live band.
But the live band is nice. Davido kills the live band. Wizkid, he terrorizes that live band. Burna Boy does well with it. So Burna Boy, I think, might be the best performer. He does well with it. I don't know if there's a Lamde use live band. Wandeko, I just saw Wandeko. I saw like he had his recent concert on online, and I watched it and it was pretty good. Wandeko has a lot of hits, and that's why he was on that. If I'll send you the link, if you watch it, you see why he was on my top 10. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. And he had a live band. He had some, but I would say I would rate it Burner from the top tier artists. I'll rate Burner, Wiz, and Davido. I've been
as
to,
performers.
I mean, like if I'm to rate I've been to
Their performances.
their performances. I've been to Burner's concert. I've been to Wizkid's concert. I haven't been to recent Davido concerts just because here in the States, he never really gets a good concert. Like Davido he knows like his crew and everybody knows too many people. There's always too many people on the stage. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like as
so
nice.
annoying.
Like the reason I'll put him up there too is because like when I see clips of like his England shows,
So
like the
people
proper
all
venue,
rush the stage.
it's
or
not
what?
but like they
He
have
has, like,
so
an
many
entourage
people
on
with
stage.
him on
Yeah,
stage.
that's
Like
annoying.
it's just that's why you think they're shouting. Wiz Zone is
Wait, and they all hold mics?
not like they're all holding like his hype man will hold his mic. DJ obviously has a mic to help, but like the presence of the stage, you don't really
It's
feel
too
it
much.
because there are too
Yeah,
many
too
people,
many
and it's not like
people,
even
yeah.
just his crew. Like I would not like his crew. They're friendly. They know people, and
Yeah.
when they know people, they'll put you on, so you get
I
to
saw
chill.
a concert where
So, but it ends up being too
what's
many
that Chief
people.
Obi, all of them are on stage. So I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah,
on
so that
stage?
all the
Like, what
things
heck?
like that. So it's like it ends up being crowded, a small stage for him, and then like he has this. I feel like his set is just it has the intro is always the Damiduro. So obviously, if you've seen one, you feel like you've seen a lot. But like I said, I recently saw his clip too of the one he did in England, and like that's why I'll put him up there because that was a better show, a better venue, a better setup, and he did a good job. Like with the sets, the songs, how they came in and stuff like that. So I'll rate him there. But from the ones I've enjoyed personally, it was Burna Boy, Wizkid. Wizkid only has tunes on the stage with him, DJ tunes, and he comes, and then I guess because Wizkid is such a star, it's just like his calmness, and even when he wants to hype, it helps. So. With Burner, Wiz, David.
Yeah.
Some other people are artistic, like Adekunle Gold in their performances, Brimo in their performances, probably Fouls, I think.
I'll be honest,
I like
there
Fouls.
aren't that many.
But-
There aren't that many.
But a lot of them don't have the fan base to you
Yeah.
don't feel the energy really. It
Then
feels
there
like
aren't
you're-
that many acts in general, both Afrobeat and even hip hop, that I would go to their concerts. 'Cause
What?
What?
They just
Nigga,
feel
I
like-
went to Travis
What?
Scott's
I was
concert.
gonna say, even
You
I
know
don't
what?
really care for his music.
Even
that
here,
looked
just
so
here,
hype.
I went to Travis
Like,
concert.
what?
That dude had a
Yes,
roller
Corey,
coaster
it
on
looked
stage.
so hype.
He rode the roller coaster from one side of the stage to another side.
I
He
would
had
go
a
to
one
I
that
would-
went
I would go
around.
to- I would-
What?
I will go to a Kitty
And then he did
Ghost
that.
concert. Did
He
you guys
did
see
that.
that?
Yeah.
Kitty Ghost.
Travis did that.
You didn't see the clip?
that they were up
Oh,
inside
that they were
the-
up in this
in that
box.
box. Oh, okay.
Where
I did see
Kanye
Kanye
was
was
dancing.
acting like he was
Wait.
possessed.
Yeah. Wait,
See,
back to
that
Travis.
I would pay
Travis
money to
had
go
Travis
see.
had then he did that little Drake thing where the stage was like
moving and
no,
everything.
yeah, he had, no, not moving. He had like back like you know how they had the panels on the Drake's song one time was like an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that effect of like
nice.
the screen they were doing live effects, like he would be singing and he'll be on fire on the screen.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like Travis.
You see,
what?
I like it when people put details.
That's
on
Travis
Beyonce.
put a
Beyonce
detail.
concert does that too.
You see, I would go to a Beyonce concert.
She
What?
puts a good
Because
show
everyone
on.
like everyone
puts on a good show.
apparently that's like the best concert you can ever
She
go to.
puts on a good show.
That you get the
Yes, your bang for your buck.
bang for your
We're
buck.
not there yet.
I've been to a Hove concert. I loved it.
Oh my gosh, Jay-Z.
I went
puts
to
on a
the
good show, too.
444
Yep,
concert.
me
So
too.
there are a few,
I
there are a
went,
few
even
people.
when I went to Made in
Drake,
America.
I would definitely go to
yeah,
Drake.
Jay.
I would go to an Eminem concert.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's a combination of they have to have enough songs that I fuck
That
with.
you know,
Yeah,
right.
Travis, I don't mind Travis, but it's just
You don't know that many songs,
They're just
right?
like
Well,
a handful
Travis,
of songs
but
that
you see,
I
but
really
you see, that's you
fuck
fuck
with
with.
like
Yeah,
that.
and the good thing
Exactly.
about Travis is like, I'm a Travis fan, but like I'm not like a diehard fan. But like I felt like just the energy from the people. He has a lot of diehard
It
fans.
hypes
He
you up.
does.
So
Yep.
like it hypes you up, and like you see he's
got
he's
some
from
bangers,
Houston.
man.
You see the one he did in Houston. It was they had an actual theme park.
Yeah, I heard about
Yeah,
that.
Astro World actually came alive. So like it's. But the thing is, I was telling someone, the guy I went with, I was telling him, I was like, yo, bro, like Nigerian artists, we're
We
not
have
at
a
this
long
level
way to
yet.
go, yeah.
Because when I mention Burna, Wiz, David, the criteria that make them stand above is their selection of songs,
Yeah,
their
Wizkid
stage
has
presence,
so many songs. That's the thing.
the
about
stage
Wizkid.
presence, and the love they get from the fan. With Burna, Davido obviously gets more stage presence from fans, but a Burna Boy concert is better to me than a Davido concert, just because, just like Travis concert, almost everybody that is there fucks with Burna.
Okay.
Almost everybody that is there
He's
to
got
turn
rabid fans.
up. Like, do you understand? With Davido, just the name Davido, like even your Igbo friends are like, oh, I know Davido from that one song. They want to come through. They
Davido
want
has
to
hits,
see.
man.
He has hits,
He
but
has
like,
hits.
but.
Yeah.
I would
Burner-
probably say a
Burner-
Davido concert,
Burner
even if it's
has-
just to observe as
No,
like
it was pretty good, but Burna has like we weren't even a
Crazy
lot.
fans.
We weren't even as much. Like even had one of the smallest venues compared to the other three of them. But like,
They were going
dude,
crazy.
one of the guys I went with, he found his way to the front. That eventually Burna gave him the microphone. Like, guy, what's your name? Do you understand? Like that's how I was like, I recorded. I was like, this guy,
Nice.
you're a groupie, man. But that's how his fans are. Like they're excited for Burna.
Speaking
So,
of Burna, did you see that post he put out about Black China?
yeah, man. You know how me I feel about people that
So
sell bleaching
for
cream.
those that
But
don't know,
Black
China.
China is just one of how many people that sell bleaching cream in
Yeah,
Nigeria.
there are a lot of-
Why are we singling out Black China? Because she's American. I beg.
Yeah, I
It's been
was
how
a little
long?
bit-
Who's
winning the match, Wale?
It's tight. No, you can't.
1-1.
No, 0-0. But you can't say I beg when you have to start from somewhere. And why? First of all, who's the idiot that's bringing Black China to Nigeria to come and sell bleaching cream at
White
$250
now, Denicia, whatever her name
at
is.
$250 a pop?
She's been selling bleaching cream for how long?
And then Nigeria
Yes.
Nigeria needs to do better, because why are you even letting her come and sell that shit in the country? Like, see, when I'm sure she doesn't have
Yeah.
any
But
But
permits.
they're already selling bleaching cream.
I
No,
was
but
gonna
I'm sure she
say-
doesn't have any permits. She doesn't have anything. See, when
But it's not her.
See,
It's
when-
the company, White Niches.
I'm sure they
Denicia
don't
chick,
have-
yeah.
I'm
What's
sure-
her
no,
name?
they-
Denicia, right?
Denicia.
Yeah, Denicia.
I'm sure they
She's
don't
the
have-
one that's bringing her in.
I'm sure they don't even have the right things, because you see, when I mean, as
probably
much as I
poison.
don't like,
Probably poisonous.
dude, as in like that thing is
Aren't they
probably
all?
not certified. That thing is probably not,
no,
but
no.
FDA approved.
no, Nigeria is
Is it
NAFDAC.
is it FDA
NAFDAC.
approved?
Who knows? It's NAFDAC
Because
approved.
if she can sell it in America, then that means
No,
it's probably FDA
I don't
approved.
think-
NAFDAC.
White
If you got
niches.
FDA is for America.
No,
So
but
it's
and that's
by
what I'm saying. If
America,
it's FDA approved,
it doesn't mean it's the world approved. Doesn't America just do what's good for them?
true. I mean,
Yeah, but let's put it this
But
way.
White Niches is an actual company that's been
Then-
selling bleaching
then-
cream for a while.
She's not. It's not Desia that's bringing her.
What's the company?
It's not Desi. Somebody
I
is
think it's like a
sponsoring. There's a
partnership.
partnership with. First of all, they have a partnership
Yeah.
for a cream. Then there's somebody in Nigeria,
yeah.
probably one of these Yahoo boys that own a club or something, that is the one bringing, like, they're the. She even
the one
posted it
sponsoring
up
it.
recently that, oh, hit this person up for tickets. This club
Are you
thing.
serious?
Yes, it's not just Desia. They didn't just wake up saying, oh,
Wanna
let's
bring
go
her
sell
in for
cream in Nigeria. It's the same way who was in Nigeria last week.
gosh.
Someone sent me a screenshot of another one of this. I think I posted in League of Laws group, and I was like, look at this one. Someone just took out to Nigeria. You know all these IG models.
Yeah. Oh,
These
yeah.
Yahoo boys, they
Yeah,
take
they
them.
Bring
You
them
know,
to
but at the end of the
Nigeria.
day,
Okay.
I don't blame Burner for what he's saying, because it's like this. Unfortunately, Nigerians are brainwashed, and like, fam, have you seen how they started to look with this cream? They don't have any tone on their
They
body.
don't look normal.
They don't have
They
any
look like
shade.
ghosts.
They don't
Yeah,
have,
they
and
They
it's
don't
like,
look Like, there's a difference
Do you
between a
want to
light-skinned
portray
person
that-
and a bleached person. There's not
And
the
you,
same
yes,
thing.
it's not
You
the
can't
same
compare
thing.
yourself
And then
to
they're
like
not
an
doing.
Amanda
So
Seals
is it
light
that
skin to a
the
bleached
products
light
they are
skin.
using is inferior? Like they don't
No,
look
no, no.
light
That's
skin.
just what happens when you block melanin from your skin. It looks washed out. It doesn't look
So
normal.
let me ask something. So what do you think is driving this? It's still this whole colorism thing, right?
Yes.
The idea that we want to
White
look
is better.
as white is better.
Possible. Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. We've known about it for a while. But the reason why I bring it up is because there was also, remember that girl? There was a girl that was accused of blackfishing.
There are plenty.
There's a lot of them.
One of them said
There was
that's
this
our
one.
culture.
There
but
was
there are
this
plenty.
one particular one here in the United States.
There are
Some white
plenty
girl
actually. One just caught the
that she
attention.
tans her skin, right? And she got a lot
Some
of
of them
blowback.
even get braids.
And but then she does. I guess she's like a fashion
She's an IG model. That's it.
IG model,
Right.
fashion
Influencer,
influencer.
yeah.
And
I
she's
mean,
getting paid.
She's getting paid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
look a
she
little
never
darker.
But
claimed
that's
to
not.
be
But,
black.
but that's not good.
She never
But
claimed
a
to be
black
black.
girl will not get the same
But that's
sponsorship
not. That's
she's
not
getting. Though.
good
That's the thing.
because if you know that that's the kind of look you're going for.
So and I think that's
Then why
where
not
I
just
want
pay
to
a
why
black
don't
point
go?
girl?
Because you won't go for a black girl.
That's dark like me.
Densia is not going to get. She's
Of
bleached
course
up. She's
not.
not going to get the same role a white girl would get.
Of course
or
not.
same.
It's not.
They
Yeah.
don't even take her serious.
They
being
don't.
bleached.
They don't even take her
Yes.
serious in this country. That's why she's going to go and do.
So you're saying
her
it's
botched
okay
up self and
for
bleach. She didn't
Denzia
do it
to
well.
keep pushing.
It's not
Nobody
okay.
White
said
meat
it, though.
It's
products.
not okay.
Nobody said that.
No, but what I'm saying is that she's not. I guess because with this girl, right? They're making a case like I guess it's like a social justice
correct.
case
Let
where
me-
they're saying. Let me finish now. Where they're saying that she's appropriating.
Black culture.
Black,
Black
culture.
culture.
She is.
Which she is.
But then people that wear weaves and all this stuff, they're also appropriating
Sure.
It's not
Western
the same
culture
thing, but
to
Sure,
an
I'll
Corey,
extent.
Corey,
continue.
Corey,
How is it
sure,
not the
sure,
same?
Corey, sure.
Finish,
Corey, wait.
finish,
Corey,
finish.
Corey,
This is
Corey,
where I
wait.
don't understand the
Corey, wait,
hypocrisy.
wait, wait,
It's
let-
not hypocrisy, but
I'm not
okay.
trying
Corey,
to.
I agree with that. I
I'm not
agree that.
trying
I
to
agree with the
excuse
weaves.
Either
I
one
agree
of them.
with Corey.
But we take this moral high
But what I'm
ground where
saying,
this
wait.
girl, she didn't claim to be black, obviously, but obviously she's trying to pass off as a black girl, right? And if you look at this girl,
You would think
post
she's
up
black.
these videos. She looks very black. She tans
So,
her skin.
Corey,
She
She
dresses,
overlips her lips.
she
overlines
does-
her lips. Everything.
She does makeup,
Yeah,
all this
to
stuff.
make her look black.
I mean, she's not doing anything that's necessarily poisoning her body, though, right?
Well, you can argue that tanning is.
no, forget
poisonous
that.
to your
Corey,
body.
you're right when it comes to like the people, the looks. But what I'm saying, or where people are getting this thing is from, is when you say black girl weave, you can tell she's a black girl.
Right. You can't.
But when you
take
see,
away
but
from
when
a
you
black
see,
girl
and then
being
when
a
you,
black girl.
but these girls, I saw it's called nigger fishing or something
Yeah,
like that.
blackfishing.
Blackfishing.
Blackfishing. Yes, well, on Twitter it was called nigger fishing,
Yeah.
but blackfishing. And I saw
a bunch
a
of
bunch
them.
of
It wasn't
them.
just one person.
Corey, some of
A
them I
lot
couldn't
of them
even tell
that they're not black.
that they were not black. And the thing is, like, you have when you're enhancing your look,
Features.
your features, and your tan,
So
and
that's
you're
the
getting
distinction you're making.
and you're then getting social
Money.
media money from it. So it tells you that it's
black
like
cells.
the
To an
it's
extent.
also the same when you go to work and you change your persona. You know what they're looking for at work, so you tone it down. You're more whitish, if that's the word, and then you go home and be yourself. But then it's like, if these brands are looking for this black
Look,
girls, why not just go
Get a
for
real black girl.
So what? Because what then happens now is, oh my god, what then happens now is, I remember
But then
I
you're-
was in.
you're-
I was
but
in.
then-
Let me tell you
Finish,
this. I was in New York last year or so, early this. One of my guys' birthday. We're at the club. He's like, dude, come through. He's celebrating his birthday. I think it was like 31 or 32 something. I was like, come through. Let's turn up. I'm there, and we're in the club. And like some of the other people he knew, someone that lives locally invited people like girls and everything to the table and stuff like that. And we're just chilling. I'm at the edge of the table because I don't really know too many people there apart from like the guy I came with that is doing the birthday and stuff like that. I'm just chilling on my own on my phone. And like the drinks start coming. And like they got a lot of drinks. And so it was funny. The reason I'm saying it's so funny because nothing, as soon as the drinks came, this one girl walked up to me. Black girl. And she says, wow, I see you guys only got light-skinned girls at your table. Bear in mind, I didn't even notice. So at that point, I looked around and I was like, huh, true? Do you understand? And she goes, it's people like you that make black girls feel inferior.
At the
At
club?
the club.
What?
That
my
you got
God.
that there are beautiful black girls here and
I
you all got.
can't.
Bear in mind, this girl was not even one
She
of the
came to
beautiful black.
meet
She
you.
came to meet me. That was
You
sitting at
didn't know
the
her
edge.
from
I didn't
it.
know her from Adam. I even thought maybe she dropped something or I was standing on someone's
That's
shoe or something. And
hilarious.
she was like, she was standing by the bar and we were there. She
Maybe
walked
she
up
was
to
trying to get
me.
y'all to call her. And y'all
She
didn't
was
call
like,
her.
she was like, you guys got light skin. And I was like, huh?
But I understand what she's saying.
And she
though.
goes, when they're beautiful, when
you.
they're beautiful black girls like me and my friend in here, I was like, huh?
I want to come up to you, but I see what she's saying
the
because
minute
all
you
the
start-
let me
But-
finish.
but-
Here's the
Can I
problem
start?
with her.
Nobody handpicked. Nobody
No, but-
handpicked and said we only want light-skinned
She
girls.
feels entitled to some
Whoever
sort of
invited them invited the
validation.
girls he knows.
And I think that in itself is a problem.
Right.
She-
I wouldn't
she
have said it
felt
to anybody.
entitled.
I
And that's
would've
what
thought
happens
it.
with these things is when you're
I would
brainwashing
have
these
thought
people
it
to
too,
believe
but I
that.
wouldn't have said it to you though.
No,
I
no,
would
no.
just
But
be
why
like,
would you
okay, why
think?
they don't
Why,
have light
first
skin girls
of
at
all,
the table?
I did. Literally, I was telling my guy like later on the next day, I was like, guy, guess what happened yesterday at the club? Oh? And like I was looking at it and I was like, first of all, we didn't even know these girls. It was literally somebody that he knew from the city that was like, oh, I got a bunch of girls I know would all come. They would just come with me and
But
stuff
why
like
does he only
that.
know light skin girls though? Why doesn't he only know light skin girls?
Apparently, he knew two of them, and they are mixed
So what
race,
if
and
he
they
has
brought
a
their friends?
So what if he
And
has
they
a
brought their,
preference for
but even,
whites,
let's
for
forget that. But
light-skinned
they brought
girls?
their friends.
That's fine. That's
But they brought their
So-
friends. They were actually mixed race girls. That's what.
Right,
they
and
were
that's
like.
the look
so
right
they, And they
now.
brought their
The-
friends. So
the
the guy was like, oh, he knows two
mixed
of them.
chicks
Probably
or
brought like
whatever.
two more. Are they going to be going around looking for? Oh, we need a rainbow in here.
Of course not,
But
of course not.
Even
But-
if somebody sat down and said, "Guy, I'm only handpicking 4 or 5 light skinned girls," that's his preference.
It is.
So why should you feel and then come
there are
and
some
say,
girls that girls dark skin.
yeah, that's his preference.
Right.
The same way people prefer tall, short, fat, skinny. That's his preference.
I think for me it's the intent. If your preference comes as a result of you thinking one is
Better.
inferior to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
then I think that's when it
but that
becomes
girl
a
feels
problem.
that girl
But
feels.
even
Like,
if
can you
it's
guys
still
hear
your
me?
preference, is your I can hear
Yeah,
you.
that
Even
girl-
if it's still your preference, it's your
But
preference.
that girl feels inferior because of things like this, where
It's
you're
massage
seeing
envy.
I don't know. What's that?
when you're seeing things like, oh, white girls, they have the right tan of like the light skin look,
But
black
that's
girls
a
look.
societal thing,
that
though. All the
you're going
magazines you
to-
see, it's always
Des-
the
Desia
ambiguously
is
looking
selling-
black girl. It's never
Desia
the
is
girl with the
selling
kinky
bleaching cream.
natural hair.
But
So-
they've been showing more
They're
black
trying
girls.
now because we've been
So
making
what
noise
happens?
about it.
What happens is that
That's what's
you have
going on now.
gullible girls, like because that's the word. I think anybody that I think that girl was very stupid for coming to even meet me and be asking very stupid
I
questions.
can't even imagine someone.
I was
just
like,
looking
literally,
at
my
her
reaction was like,
What's
is
wrong
it-
with this
are you
one?
trying to get drinks or what? Like, is that what you want? Like, you want us
Just
to
to
give
feel
you
among
drink?
none.
But you know, I was like, I told her, I just said, sorry, it's not my section, it's not my table. I don't have any pool in here, so my bad. I can't do anything about it. You know, but I mean, am I going to say come and sit down? But you know,
You could have invited her.
nah. I don't even want that kind of negative energy.
How many bottles did you pop that day?
They popped 14.
That's why now. She was
She
looking at all the
wanted,
bottles.
she
They
wanted
pop
bottles.
for
She
tea.
wanted drinks. She wanted to be invited
But
to the table.
you know, but I was like, you notice I said the word day because I was not informed in any of that public. But you know,
But do you see though that now that we're getting more woke or whatever, we're starting
But
to
it's
put in
gullible.
more black looking, dark skin with natural hair and everything on covers now. Before there wasn't such a thing. Well, Viola Davis just actually had a movie, Ghost, is that what it's called? Widows. Sorry.
I love. Have you seen that
haven't
movie?
it
I
yet.
saw it.
I'm
It's
seeing
pretty
it this
good. It's
weekend.
pretty good.
How she actually had her natural hair. She'd have to
Yeah.
wear a wig. She was dark skinned woman, and Cynthia Erivo too is a black dark skinned girl.
Yeah.
Like actually getting lead roles now. This didn't
Who's
used to.
Cynthia Rivers? Who's that?
Cynthia Erivo, the girl with the young girl. She's Nigerian. You didn't know that?
She is.
Yes.
That
I
girl's
love
fit too.
her.
She's fit in the movie. Like
yes.
she is.
I follow her on Instagram.
She is
She's
fit.
awesome. She
fit.
came from Broadway. She's British,
And she look
Broadway,
good. She
Nigerian
looks-
chick.
looks-
Yeah,
looks
she's
pretty
awesome.
good.
I love her. But anyway, we're getting more of that now. It didn't used to be
It's so
prevalent.
funny how honestly I miss the days when because I've always been a real one, man. Since I was little, I've always loved the more voluptuous.
because that's what you grew up in
And
Nigeria.
I've actually
seeing,
kind of
though.
liked dark skinned. Like I've always been with the whole the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice kind of guy. But I've always like as a real one, and it didn't matter. It never really mattered to even when I got here. I knew that people tended to have a preference for like lighter skinned girls. It never affected me. I was only
But
ever.
Nigerians going through that right now.
I-
Now it's
Niger-
been going
I
through
think
it for a
Nigerians-
while.
Nigerians
To
like
the
to
point where
carry
the
everything
men
and
are
run.
starting
Let Corey-
to
let Corey
bleach.
respond.
Here's where I'm trying to get with that. I think when we worry so much about what other people find to be a preference, I think that's when we
That's not
illuminate
what
these things
people
because
are
that's
upset
what
about.
happens.
They're upset about, like-
we worry so much about you guys are only pushing this.
It
How
matters
about
in
we-
media though. It does, Corey.
Corey,
It
okay, so we
matters.
had
That's
that-
why
we had
Black
that
Panther was
argument.
such a big
No.
deal. You know that's
Okay,
why.
so,
It matters in media.
I'm-
There were
In your
black
personal-
superhero
Okay,
movies.
so
before
I'm
Black
fine.
Panther.
I'm
What?
fine. Okay, here's the thing. I'm
Shazam
fine.
or what?
No,
What
no,
was
no,
the black
Corey,
superhero?
Corey,
Like
I'm
which
fine.
Will
one?
Smith had that black super.
Corey,
Really,
Corey,
Corey?
Corey,
When he was
Corey,
huge.
Okay,
I'm fine
anyway.
with. I'm fine with.
There was
What?
the Wesley Snipes movie.
How long ago
Blade,
was
Blade.
that? Really, Corey?
But my point is,
How
there
long ago
were-
was
there were
that?
movies.
Okay, here's the
But
thing,
you have
Corey.
to go back in time to pull those
with.
out.
I'm fine with them making a Blade, making a Black Panther. I'm not fine with them forcing Superman to be black. I'm not fine
Yeah,
with
okay.
all those forcing. Spider-Man is fine because even Stan Lee said it was an accident, but with Spider-Man,
Hispanic one
it
now,
can
yeah.
no, it can be anybody.
Right.
That they didn't. It wasn't planned, but now Spider-Man can be. He said it that it was an. It was a
There's one
fortunate.
coming out,
It was a
actually,
fortunate
Hispanic
accident
one.
where because he's covered completely, it can be anybody inside the suit. But I'm not a like. Don't go and make Captain America black and go make your own black.
All I'm saying is,
superheroes.
for me though,
I'm fine
for
with
me
that.
personally, if you're a real one, it wouldn't matter.
But you see,
If
you see,
like
but
what
you see,
you
but
like.
Corey, you see what's going
And that's
on.
what I'm
a
saying.
real one, it wouldn't matter.
And
What's
that's
a
what I'm
real
saying.
one?
Like someone like me, it didn't
Corey.
matter that.
But you're
like
you.
I knew
Everyone's
I knew
different.
society at large tended to have this preference, and that's
Corey.
why.
But you
back
also-
then, right? I noticed like I would try to like. And that was why for the longest time I even started avoiding light skin chicks because I would notice
Asking
that
attitude.
yeah, they would always have this. There was
I'm
always
better-
this
I'm better
extra
than, yeah.
little thing that they had with light skinned chicks. Like the way they curve you, it would have like a different
It'll pay you
sting
more.
to it.
No.
And in my mind, I never really like it. Didn't bother me. I would just again. I never sought out anyone because of their skin color.
So
I never did.
It's a
I've always been
preference.
more interested in other things.
But Corey-
like that's skin color is like.
When,
the
but Corey,
last
see
thing.
when you have brands that are not even brands, when you have people who are
Obsessed.
changing, no, when you have white girls who are going from looking white to looking light skin black, and
They're
you see
getting
them
paid
getting all the
for
money,
it.
and then you have people pushing all this
Like
bleaching
bleaching cream.
cream.
It
What happens
matters.
is that
It
you get, like I said,
matters.
I use the word gullible.
The
you
narrative
get girls
people
who
push
it should
matters.
never be a problem with who's on my table or not. It should not be a problem with who I'm talking to or not. It should be a problem with the skin color of who I'm with or who I
Unfortunately,
like.
it matters,
But
especially in
what
this
happens?
America.
It shouldn't.
It
It shouldn't
matters.
matter. But what happens is that when you say, okay, I was at the club. This guy's popped X amount of bottles. All the girls that were enjoying it with them were mixed race looking light skinned girls.
The
I
rap
go on
videos.
Instagram. The girls that are making money in social media influencers
Are the
that look
light-skinned
like
mixed
me.
chicks.
Turns out they're not even like me because they're white people just that look more light skinned. You understand? So it's like I can see how gullible people.
I wouldn't say gullible.
girl-
though.
I think
don't
it's gullible because
no, I won't call them
it
gullible.
won't. It shouldn't bother me.
Representation matters. That's all I'm saying.
Go and
It
do your.
matters.
It shouldn't
over-
bother me.
Then you
But
know
that
what? If it
one,
matters
I
that
have a
much,
problem
then
with
go
that.
Create your own outlet.
The only problem-
But
the only thing I have-
who's giving them?
But I have
people
a
do,
problem
but they don't
with-
get
I
publicized
have a
as
problem
much as
with
the
the people
light-skinned
that-
girls. You know that, Corey.
See, Corey, I'd rather
I think
a
when you
company
start-
went after a light skinned girl, a black light skinned girl, but I have a problem when you're going after a white girl who's intentionally, not that she looks, she's intentionally trying to look black. It's like that is it's just the way I feel about when
And
all these
it's also-
all these movies with African roles inside. You're giving to Americans that sound retarded, trying to be African. It's like, can you
Then
not
go
find
make- then
one
go make your
African?
movies.
But if you know that's the
Correct.
role you want,
African-
but if you want a role, if you want a
When
role
Black
of an
Panther
African,
came out-
go find an African.
I'll give you an example.
I'm not a fan of Black
when
Panther.
Black Panther came out.
I'm not a fan of
they
all the
had
accents in Black Panther.
from
I'm not a
Kenya,
fan. I'm not a
from
fan.
Igbo to South
I'm not a
Africa,
fan of Black Panther
and they threw
when it
in
comes to
there.
that because I feel like I don't like the accent bothers me
Well-
because it plays to the stereotype of
But
what
you see, but you
The
see,
Americans
accent
think
is-
it is.
But you know
Why
what, the
couldn't they
reason
get an
why-
African in there?
I'm
Or someone to coach them.
So I'm with you, but the reason why it didn't bother me as much is because I knew that at the end of the day, this was a movie that was done by African Americans
In America,
In a way, it was
exactly.
like their own version of what they felt, and you
They-
know what?
they're missing out
I
on,
respect
right.
that. You know what? And you know what? Yes, even though they were far from accurate with a lot of things, and a lot of the things.
It's a fictional.
It's a
I do
fictional
like
thing.
the
superhero
fact that they
movie.
made a fictional
So with that said,
country
I
because then you
respected
can go.
and I'm
with-
like, you know what? It's fine. You know, it's their movie. They you know
They-
this
they
is
have
something
a right
that
to
was
do it.
created. You know, the director was black. You know, a lot of people behind it were black, and that's fine. So you see, I didn't take off. I wasn't like, oh no, you guys need to put the accurate accent in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't. There wasn't a problem because at the end of the day, if I really feel like we need a superhero movie, you know what? Guess who the person that I feel like, oh sorry, if I really need to do a movie that represents someone of my heritage,
You gotta do Shango.
that needs to do
Movie
like
of Shango.
you know what? Who I'll rather do it? one of us, and then that way we know that it's authentic. I know what we'll do. We'll put it out there, and they'll get to see it. So I think at the end of the day, it boils down to creators.
You're forgetting that. Okay, you're putting it out there, but what avenues are you using to publicize it? It's not as easy as you make it seem. Why haven't you made one?
Black
Put it
Panther.
out there.
Look, to me, Black Panther.
I told you one of my goals is I plan to be a producer one day.
Amen.
Black Panther was a good idea to me, but I watched it, and obviously the way everybody was like going to the cinema dressed in their dashiki and all that stuff.
It was clownish to me.
I was like, you know what? It's fine. Everybody is, it's fine. You're allowed to do that.
You cannot
the thing,
my culture.
But the thing, I watched him. I didn't even watch it in the cinema. I watched Black Panther when it came out on. I think I watched the bootleg version myself on my laptop eventually because I'm not really a cinema guy.
I saw it.
I'm not really a cinema guy, but I liked the movie.
Entertaining
but
movie.
I nitpicked some things I didn't like, and I felt. And I understand. They do get away with it because they picked a fictional country, Wakanda.
But did you feel like they were appropriating your culture?
I didn't feel they were
No,
appropriating.
That's
my
my
culture.
point.
No, I didn't feel they were
Culture
appropriating.
really
But I
it's
felt
a
like
fictional
because
thing.
the only thing Corey, you know how I've sounded.
Elements of our culture.
But
right?
did they
But
use
did you
Kano,
feel-
Nigeria? What was that initial city? Somewhere in Nigeria, we Kaduna or something. I think it was like
it was somewhere in the
girls,
north.
Somewhere in the north. But the thing is that the only thing I felt was like, you know how I feel about this fake accent thing. It's just like I always feel like.
Remember, it's a fictional country, so they can have any accent they want.
Yes, that's why I said they
So
get away
it's
with
okay
it.
if it's fictional, is
But-
what you're saying.
But they
If it
get
wasn't
away with
fictional,
it.
Yeah, that'd be
You know how many
different.
movies that
And
they
I have
butchered our
problem
accents?
with
And that's
that,
why I
and
was
I
saying,
hate
okay,
those.
look at the line I used earlier. I love that. Look at me, I'm the captain now. If I read about that movie, Skin, how they got the guy. That guy is a cab driver.
Yeah.
They intentionally went out to look for Somalians
right.
in that region where they were shooting because they knew there were a lot of Somalians there, and they put out literally that role was we're looking for a Somali guy to play a Somali
And that's
pirate.
how it should be. You don't put
And
an American.
you don't have to go to Lagos to
You're
find a
not
Nigerian.
upsetting
You
me
hold up.
about the Will
That guy is
Smith-
not. That guy is not an actor.
The Will Smith movie that he played a Nigerian doctor. Why couldn't Will Smith?
Well, that one I kind
he
of
would have sold it
understand,
better.
but I think he could have sold it
but
better.
he could have worked on the accent better.
So
Come on.
they went
Really?
and said they're looking for a role of someone to play this. It's fine, but when you start, even the ones I've seen that they've used some Nigerians in there, they still even sound the American Nigerians. They still give that accent that we're talking
The
about,
generic
the
accent,
generic
though.
accent in there.
It doesn't bother me. My own is, look, one day we're gonna produce our own movies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
And people are gonna know the real from the fake.
I'm happy.
And the whole appropriating, I'm just like, I feel like it's people that they need validation so much that it's like, oh no, I need you to like I need you to portray me accurately and to go to the town. Like, I mean,
No, you don't
this
have
is
to portray.
Hollywood here, man. Look, they're gonna first and foremost, you have to get good actors.
But
It's very
don't
challenging
make
enough.
an Asian character into a white woman. I'm wrong. I hate that. If you're gonna do an Asian person, at least make an Asian person in America. Abi, come on. You don't have to make a whole change an Asian person, make it Scarlett Johansson.
But
really?
speaking of movies,
Oh my gosh.
Lion King.
Oh no. Let me tell you. Let me
Lion King.
let me
Are you
finish. Hold
excited?
on.
Have you seen
hold on.
the commercial?
I've seen the preview, yeah.
Duh. Like I've seen it like 5 times by
it's-
now.
I'm
So
pretty
Disney is killing us next year. Like they are killing
Oh,
us
you're putting
next
the
year.
list of all the.
Oh, no, I
Like,
trust me.
do you
I
know
have-
why Yeti is excited about Lion King? Do you know why?
Why?
No, do you know why?
How's that? Like,
Just
my childhood
I'm
now.
Corey,
playing,
take a
I'm
wild
playing,
guess
I'm
why
playing. Why am I?
there's a voice in there.
Oh, that's not even why. That's not even
Take-
why.
take-
I was.
guess-
Fiki's voice.
Guess who
Nah.
there's somebody playing a voice in there.
Oh, Beyonce.
That's not even why though. That's not why. No. I'm like next year. The only one I'm not really.
But it's a
caring-
star-studded.
It's a
cast,
really
though.
good one.
Donald Glover, man.
Yes, Chiwetel
That guy, he's gonna be
Ejiofor
making money for a while. Yo.
Okay, see Chiwetel, when he
Chiwetel.
played, what was that movie? He
Half of
yeah, he does that. He doesn't
of
really
Yellow
have.
Sun.
And then David Oyelowo, when he did that clownish movie, that comedy movie,
Yeah,
that is on
I
Amazon. I
enjoyed
I
it.
enjoyed that
What?
movie
What?
because
I
here's the
enjoyed
thing:
it.
you could tell, he was playing the Nigerian, like an American.
It was Gringo.
An American of Nigerian heritage living in America.
Mm-hmm.
And he got, even when he spoke the Yoruba, he spoke it in a way where you understood what he was saying, but you could tell it was coming from someone who
right,
did
who
not
hasn't been
live.
there,
Yeah, and that was perfect. And it was like, when I saw the interview, it was like, yeah, they were looking for someone to play that role. Like, it's not hard now, do you understand? Like,
Yeah.
just get someone to fit in
The role.
the role you want.
Yeah, but then you also have to consider that they're also constraints. Like especially when it's like a big budget movie, for
You're right.
instance.
You're right.
But
They're not just going to just get someone.
Why
off the
not?
streets.
You're right.
Why
You're
not?
right.
With a big budget movie, you have
You're
to
right.
understand that. You have to
If you
understand
have
that
the right,
a lot of times movies are driven by the
correct.
actors.
If
Yes.
you
that are
have the
playing
other
them.
actors, you can have
Yes.
the ones that fit in it. Like you just said, the
If you're
cab
going to
driver.
promote a
Why did they
movie-
get a
If you're
Yes,
going to, let me
but
Somali
that's
cab
what I'm
driver.
saying. I'm not.
What?
That's why I said that with the Will Smith one, I was fine
So
with
okay,
it.
so with the Will Smith movie, if you're going to promote a movie like that,
Corey, I
the
was
fact
fine
that it's
with
Will Smith
Will
that's behind
Smith.
it is going to get people.
Corey.
It's a
Which is why I
business.
said you
at
should
the
have worked
end
on the
of the day.
accent.
Corey,
The
Corey.
accent.
Because here's the same thing. You have British actors. Look at what's Get Out.
Daniel
He's
Kaluuya,
British.
yeah.
He's British.
Oh yeah.
You have
yeah.
British actors. Do you know how
He
many
was in
of your
Widows,
favorite
too.
actors
It wasn't Widows.
are
It was
not?
a bad
Do
guy.
Do you know how many of
saw.
your favorite actors that play American roles are not American?
that are British?
So
They are
many-
British.
Yeah, so
So
many
if
of
you can get it,
British
why
and
can't you
Australian
get an
actors.
Australian? Yeah,
Thank
why can't you get
Why
another
can't you-
accent?
Exactly. That's what we're saying. If you can get
How many
the
of
American
your
accent, why can't
yes,
you get an African
they can
accent
flip
too?
them.
Wait, I don't.
You have British speaking accent people
That's
that play perfect
Americans,
American roles that
perfect
you might not
accent.
know
because,
until you
because
tell
these
them.
are good actors.
So
then
why
why
can't they
can't
have
Will
them?
Star is rising.
But why
right
can't
now.
they
why
have
can't
them?
Will Smith perfect his African accent? His
Why can't
Nigerian
they? Why
accent?
can't they have them perfect it a little bit more? There's a,
Do you know
there's
there are a lot of black actors that are pissed that a lot of those British
Yes,
actors
I
are
know,
taking
I know.
their job.
But
I know that.
there was a
It was Samuel Jackson that
I was
had an
speaking- okay,
issue
I saw- I
about.
saw it.
and that's why, but and
Okay, I
that's
saw
what I'm saying.
I saw a clip recently. Guinness is taking this guy to Nigeria this week. I spoke about him like Rio Ferdinand, the soccer player.
Yeah.
And in their promo, they had him speak pidgin English. And in the first clip, he was trying to say "na them they rush us," and it was like the way he said it was like "na them they rush us," and it was like that doesn't sound right. That doesn't feel right. And then the next try, he said it perfectly.
Nice.
That's all you have to do. Just perfect it.
It's a movie.
Don't come and sell
Anyway.
me.
Tell us what
Don't come and
Okay,
sell me
okay,
crap.
Okay. So next
So what movies
year,
are coming out?
Disney is taking all my money. Like
Okay.
I'm really about to go buy an AMC subscription or
Sorry,
something.
you only gonna watch the one that has Beyonce inside.
No. Captain Marvel comes out.
Uh,
The Avengers 4 comes out. Aladdin comes out.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Toy
about that.
Story comes out.
nah, no.
And then
Toy Story
Lion
four?
Toy Story is
King
taking
comes
too long,
out.
man.
And then Spider-Man also comes out. It's like
The only one that-
it's-
the only
all
one
you
that-
I'm so
superhero
excited.
people, right? You guys need
What
to
do you
grow
mean
up.
superhero people?
All you Avengers
I beg
fans.
to
No,
down.
Avengers.
Y'all need to grow
Avengers. I don't know.
Please,
Man.
the finale of
Oh, I
what
saw
happened.
this
we need to
thing,
see.
I never saw it, so I don't know.
You never saw? Well,
I don't really care for superhero
okay.
movies.
Well, they
And I
would.
definitely don't care for Miss Marvel.
But
Who is
do you
she?
know-
Who is this
What do you
this
mean,
new
Captain
lady?
Marvel?
Captain
Who is
Marvel
she?
is that?
What do you mean, who is she?
I've
from-
never. Is
she's
she
a
from the
superhero.
comics for
Yes,
real?
now obviously.
So why does she look so scrawny? If they're gonna, they have to start making these things
well,
look believable
I
to me
agree
now.
with that part.
You know,
I
I
do
always
agree
say
with
Ronda
that
Rousey.
part.
That's what I'm saying. Why can't you
Play
get
this
Ronda Rousey to play? Like this guy. That's
I
what
agree
I'm.
with you
This
about
guy.
Girl, I saw the
because you
preview.
know
That's what I'm
sex
saying.
sells
It's not
now. You
only-
still
it's not
want-
only
it's
for-
the European look
It's
that
not
she
only
has.
for. That's what I'm saying. It's not only
What do you mean
about
that's the
black.
point?
business. It's a business.
But it's not only about black.
It's a business.
Or it's like why are you giving me a sexy superhero? Like
Because that's
does she
what
have to be
sells.
sexy?
Sex
Because
sells.
that's what.
Like you
sells
said, give me
tickets.
Ronda Rousey.
There's
Let her.
so
or
there's
any of
another
these other
element to
MMC.
it. For the longest time, it's starting to change now, but for the longest time too, you know, one of the biggest
Like, dude, she's-
audiences. Let me
yeah.
finish. One of the biggest audiences
It's the
for
white
Hollywood
boys. White boys.
is China.
Oh.
And this is another reason why they said a lot of our movies for the longest time back then. We didn't really used to have that many black lead actors. We
Because
only like
Chinese
Asians
people
don't,
weren't-
they
yeah,
don't
that's
like
You know why?
black people.
because a lot of
now.
Asians are kind of racist.
Not kind of. They are.
So
But they're-
so
they're
again,
are
that was
racist,
also
yeah.
something that was
Driven by
Yeah.
profit margins.
That's why
But
that
that's starting to
movie,
change a little bit, though.
12 Years of Slave, when they marketed it
Can you
overseas,
imagine?
they
Can
didn't
you
even put the
imagine?
star. They put Brad Pitt, who had like
Can
a
you
little
do you know,
role in
but
it.
you know what?
It's
But you know what?
Imagine.
If you tell them, well, go f yourself, and we're doing our things, eventually they'll
They'll
adapt
come
to it.
around.
They'll
That's
come
true.
because at the end of the day,
That's true. I agree
the
with
movie,
that.
American
but
movies are still better than their
the-
movies, and they're gonna watch it.
The
So,
studio does not.
but the studio is about who's giving me more money.
They won't do that.
I like literally before I
they're
saw
about their
Captain Marvel,
profits.
I knew that she was gonna be a white blonde lady, and that's what she is. Like I just knew it.
and she's like a scrawny.
And she
lady
doesn't even
too.
fit. It doesn't even.
Funny thing is, no, the CGI'd her a little bit because it was so funny. They showed. I saw this picture of her in herself without walking around on set. The outfit just looked so saggy and so pathetic. I was
give
like, what
me-
is
So who's
this?
playing? Is it Brie Larson?
Is it her? Yes, I think.
Give
so.
me a buff.
I'm excited about Lion King though.
Same
Give me
here.
a,
Lion
give me a
King, so
buff
it's so-
athletic woman for that role.
So explain, is that gonna be?
Brie Larson, yeah.
So is Lion King going to be like an actual
is
movie?
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
now.
Or is
with
it going to be
animals.
like
It's not gonna have real
like
life
a
people. It's not an animation
3D
now.
No, no, no,
animation?
no, no. It's-
See, that's what I'm a little
It's not
confused
animation.
about.
It's not. It's CGI.
It's CGI
That's all.
animals. You see the
Okay.
lion. You saw
It's
the
like
preview?
It's
you
going to be like
watch-
Jungle Book.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but
exactly.
there will be no
That's
humans.
Because
it.
Jungle
inside.
Book, there were humans there
There's
too.
no
This one, there are no
human.
humans in it. Were
It's
there
just
any
the
humans inside
animal.
Lion King?
Okay.
There's no human.
I'm so interested to see how they're gonna do Hakuna Matata. man.
So I think
Same here.
I think so you had Timon and Pumbaa, right? I think Pumbaa is going to be Seth Rogen.
He is.
I love Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
and
that
his
guy.
His voice
I
makes
love.
sense
Like
for-
he's one of
for
my
that role.
favorite white.
Donald
actors.
Glover is gonna be
Is the boy
Who's
yeah,
Beyonce?
Sinbad.
Simba? No.
Who's Beyonce
Yeah,
playing?
Simba. Sorry.
Donald
Who's
Glover. I
Beyonce
think
playing?
Beyonce is gonna be his
Nala.
mom.
Nala.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't want. I know
They
people are
shouldn't
gonna hate
have
me for.
done
I don't like.
that.
I don't, as in this guy.
They shouldn't have
I'm
done.
not-
I wish he
God.
played. I wish he played a smaller role.
I swear to God, I wish this guy. I'm sorry. Beyonce acting is crap. Beyonce's voiceovers is like it's so
She's such
like it's just like oh my God, can we
You guys
get
are
over the
ridiculous.
scene?
Free
Beyonce needs to
girl.
be. She used to be a princess in the movie.
Yes.
That's what she needs to be.
I wish they made her the mother.
Or the
like,
mother,
a
yes,
few-
a few lines.
A few lines.
Because
Oh, okay.
What's
so
that movie she
Beyonce
did with-
plays. Let me finish.
Oh, okay.
Beyonce plays Nala.
Oh.
Eric Andre, that comedian guy, the black one with the big hair.
Oh,
he plays
that guy.
Is it
the
controversial?
hyena. Donald Glover plays Simba.
Wait,
Seth
the
Rogen.
hyena. Which hyena?
Eddie
one of
Hyena, no?
the hyena now that don't you know that
There
hyena,
are like
the-
multiple
the
hyenas
lead
there.
one,
The main one.
the main
Oh, the
one,
main
yeah.
one, okay.
So Seth Rogen is
That
Pumbaa.
part that they were walking through.
Oh, Chiwetel is Scar.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
that makes
Okay.
sense. Oh,
Timon.
Chiwetel is Scar.
Yeah.
nice.
And Billy Eichner, the gay comedian guy, Billy on the Street,
Huh?
he's Timon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and Mufasa, of course, James Earl Jones, of course.
But he played it. He played the first time, right?
Yeah, his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can't have anybody else but him.
Yeah,
like,
it
I'm so
wouldn't sound
happy.
right. It
I'm
wouldn't
so happy
sound
they got
right.
it before he died.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy about that.
What do you mean before he died?
He's like 90 now or something.
is?
He's old. James Earl Jones.
Oh.
He's up to
I
90.
didn't know he was that old.
Yeah, he's
he's up to
an
90.
old guy. He is
I doubt it.
I don't like
87.
87, okay.
87.
Yeah, he's-
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh, by the way, R.I.P. Stan Lee, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. to
Yeah.
Stanley, man.
Oh, I'm so excited about
But
this.
you know, it's I don't know, man. I'm sorry, Beyonce fans, don't hate me. Her music is wonderful, but man, when
yeah,
she
she's not a
acts,
good actress. I know
she's
that. We
wa-
know
like
that.
from what's that
good.
movie? That
Come on, the hip hop rap back
no,
in the
what's
day. Did you ever see that?
I know
That's
that
one
Oh my
about
God.
church.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That
I
one
saw
about
that.
church. What's that thing called?
Fighting Temptation?
Fighting Temptation.
She was horrible.
She's
She's not a good actress.
She doesn't have. She has one tone.
She's not a good actress.
One
We know
tone.
that.
Do this.
Her
like,
voice
Besides
is
that,
just so.
her
Even
country
in
accents, her
Austin
Houston
Powers, too.
accent.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
just one
She
tone.
was like extra.
Yes.
She's Houston.
That's why I'm
from
like,
the
she used to
South.
play like this sassy queen that you just can't touch and like give you. But yeah, it's all
One
good.
or two
But
lines
I'm
and that's
excited.
it.
I'm
It's all
excited for
good,
Lion
bro.
King.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
also excited for what's the other movie? It's
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
And that one, Will Smith is playing.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Who's he
Robin
playing?
Williams. The genie.
The genie.
Genie.
Okay.
Yeah. R.I.P. Robin Williams.
And
It
Robin
should've
Williams
they
been-
is in
actually
it?
they
it should
found
have been Robin Williams.
they found an Indian like a Asian person to play Aladdin, right?
and Jasmine, yeah.
But then some people are still
No,
complaining.
no.
no.
But Indian is
They
not
said that-
Arab though. You can't
Yeah,
compare the
Indian is
two.
not Arab.
You're not
But it's still
Ghanaian,
Asian.
Corey.
It's still
It's not
Asian.
no.
It's still-
Arab is not in Asia now.
India is in now. It is Arab is Asian.
Middle,
They're not. Middle East is not.
They don't
is
even.
still-
I think
they're
they don't
not the
even like
same
to be called
thing.
Middle East.
They're not.
They're
Corey,
part of.
they're not
part
the
of-
same
they're
people.
part of-
That's why I agree. I mean, I can see.
So where
they're
was
upset.
Aladdin from?
It's supposed to be
Persia now.
Persia, like
Persia.
yeah, Middle
Okay,
East.
So that's
now.
fine.
So
That's
that-
fine.
so you see,
That is fine.
What?
So Aladdin is
Actually,
not
wait,
Indian.
wait.
Aladdin is
No,
not
no, no,
Indian.
it was supposed
Yeah.
to be-
Aladdin
isn't
could
it
be someone from the
Egypt or
Middle
something?
East.
Wait,
Aladdin
wait.
actually could be someone from
It's
the Middle East
Persia.
because from
Yeah.
Persia. Yes, it's
They
like
were
telling me.
complaining that
Yeah,
it wasn't
that's-
from the right village.
No, that's not right. They should let that guy play it. Aladdin is from Persia.
But I'm
Let's
excited
see.
for that, though. I'm
Where
excited
is he
for
from?
that.
Does he say?
I think it's like Persia. He's not necessarily Indian.
So funny thing is, you know how Disney movies originally are like books that are really
Yeah.
dark, horrible stories. So supposedly the original is actually from China.
We're talking about the one
So
that
the
we
fictional
know.
one, Arabian City.
Arabian,
in-
yeah.
They've already
It's from
they've
Arab,
appropriated, then they appropriated.
Yeah,
the
but
one
don't you know
they
that the
appropriated.
original?
Before you
All
know
of
it,
them.
we wound
But
up
do you
with-
know
All
that?
of
But
them
do you know
now.
that Lion King is not? There's an original.
Yeah,
Was it
it's
African?
always
No, there's
crazy,
an original
weird
thing they
thing.
took it from. Now, Lion King was not called Lion King.
Yeah, it was
There's
always
another
called
movie.
something else.
What?
I forgot what it's called. Disney
Really?
They always
Took
do
it,
that
yeah.
now.
I didn't know
Lion,
that.
Yeah,
Disney
Lion King,
does
the
this
original
all
Lion
the time.
King is not Lion King. It was, there was something. But hey, man, I'm looking forward to that Lion King, Aladdin. I don't want nobody should bring no kids to any cinema when that shit drops. You know.
My phone is on this stuff.
Yeah, but that's a good movie.
Everybody that's gonna be in the Lion King movie is gonna be adults that saw it originally as a kid.
But some
I
people
can't
will bring
wait.
their kids.
I mean, of
You're
course.
gonna be a little bit Agbayas
it's
there.
gonna be some sad. I can't. I wish I could fast forward that Mufasa death part. Spoiler alert: Mufasa dies. But it's gonna be so hard.
Anybody
man.
that doesn't know that he died shouldn't be watching the movie.
I mean,
All right. But let's move on. So what else happened? Okay, did you guys hear about the recent the Khashoggi guy? What happened?
America.
I say that is a tip about them.
So
saying-
apparently the CIA was able to confirm that it's likely this guy was the one that gave those commands, right? Well, we're talking about this
I
a few
mean,
weeks
we've
ago.
known this though.
Yeah. And there was something about Trump's response that
Oh,
was
gosh,
a little
your
bit
boy.
disturbing. He's not my boy. He's not my boy. But look, what did you, so they came to Trump. They said, look, they already confirmed though it was this guy. What's his name? MBS. It's Mohammed
Ben Salman. Ben Salman.
Salman. Salmon?
Something
Like the
like
fish?
that. No, salmon. No, I don't know how to spell it.
Let me
but-
shut up before they put the fata on my head. But
you guys watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yes. Oh my God.
facts,
That's why
facts,
it's
wow.
laughed so loud.
that was hilarious. But yeah, in like 10 minutes. But basically,
Yeah,
they were
salmon.
like, so what-
SALMAN.
So what are we? They were like, okay, so CIA is saying he might have done it. What are we gonna do? And Trump was just blatantly
Like, oh, well.
honest. He was like, look,
well,
he started bringing up the fact that we have, of course, oil dealings with them.
it's all about money.
He talked about the fact that we have this huge military industrial complex that's relying like on contracts with the Saudi government.
You can't do anything about it.
We can't, but that's always been
At
the
least
case.
pretend.
No, you can't pretend.
So
At
that's
least
It's been. I give him
pretend.
that. I give him
At
for being
least-
honest.
You see,
At
and that's why people are arguing. There's
give
some
him
people
that.
that are saying that this is a good thing that we're finally
I give him that for
being
being honest.
with the people. But there's also some people that are saying that look, this could be a bad thing because it sends
Yes.
the wrong message to
He's
other
gonna say that I can
What
get away with
message are you
anything.
sending?
to
I can
other
get away with-
would
I can
be
get away
I
with
think they didn't know.
anything.
dictators.
When they were doing travel ban, and somebody was telling me, "Oh, they'll put Nigeria on it," I say people are jokers. It's not gonna happen. Boko Haram can even be multiplied by 10. It's not gonna happen because those guys get so much
Yeah.
from
That's
Nigeria.
true.
It's not gonna happen. They get so much from Saudi. It's not gonna happen.
But I
And
think,
he's been
I think-
honest.
I think we're starting to see the
They get
other
so much from
side
all these
of
countries.
U.S. foreign.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not gonna.
foreign,
Every country
diplomacy,
US has
whatever,
done
foreign,
something to its
Foreign
countries they don't have.
relations.
Yeah.
foreign relations.
It's crazy.
We're seeing the dark side of it, and it just so happens that look, if we got business with you, there's some things that you can get away with,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate. I've been
Corey,
shouting
it's
about
not
Saudi
only
for a while.
Corey, it's just what
I've-
it is.
during the
9/11,
during the
hello.
20, can you imagine these guys, people in the freaking Saudi monarchy, involved in monarchy, highest levels. They funded a lot of these because there's no way they would have had the
of
money
course,
to
they
do
had
this
money
stuff.
now. It's funded.
They funded
by
a
them.
lot of these things, and then they came back when the report came out saying, "Look, Saudi, that people in Saudi, their first reaction was, look, we're not going to tolerate any kind of investigation into Saudi affairs. That the minute we do, we're pulling all our money away. That thing
And where did we go
quieted
to
down.
war?
Yeah.
Iran.
Quiet. Can you imagine?
Yes. You know that
There are a
US
lot of
fights,
things
they don't-
wrong
they
with
fight-
this,
no,
man.
no.
There are really a lot of disturbing things wrong with this.
I
But
mean,
you,
Iraq,
but you do know that
sorry.
you do know that US fights its war with other countries on neutral ground. It doesn't necessarily fight it
Here.
But then why
here
did we
or
go
there
to?
because like with Russia, US will go and fight. So US and England will pair up in Iraq. Then Russia will pair up with some other country.
Yeah.
They'll be fighting.
each
That's
other.
that's where they fight.
Yeah.
And because we all know like US and
You can't
Russia
bring it
have
home.
they
Something
have
similar happened
they
with
have
Syria
they have
too.
this
Yeah.
thing now. They have MAD.
The poor Syrian people, man.
They have
Oh,
MAD.
so sad.
The mutual assured destruction,
Yeah.
where if you wipe us out, we wipe you out.
you out.
And like for people who don't know, it's basically if US should send a nuke to Russia, you might think, oh, they sent it first, it's going to blow up. Well, Russia will send it back because they both have
Yeah.
nukes hidden in the ocean.
Russia
crazy,
is the
man.
second
They both,
biggest.
they both have it hidden in the ocean somewhere.
Is the
So
second
even if
biggest
you
nuclear
take out
power.
the country itself, from the ocean, they're gonna launch it out.
That was why.
So it's like, you shoot me, they shoot
That was
me
right.
back.
Do you remember the time when they were
So, stuff like
shouting
that.
at Trump that Trump should have stood up?
It can't.
To Putin?
It can't.
I felt that was a little disturbing because in my mind I'm like, look,
But he
But the
shouldn't have
problem
sucked up
here-
to him.
diplomacy.
But the
He shouldn't
problem
have
here is
sucked up
that
to him
Trump.
so much,
That's the
though.
problem
That's
here.
the problem.
Every other president. No, every other president will have this conversation in private,
Right,
and still
right.
show some strength.
Right.
Yeah.
Now
You just
it doesn't
went there and
affect
sucked up his
it doesn't
ass.
affect any other dictator
Come
because
on.
look at Libya. US, if Libya was,
They'll still come and fuck
they'll still
them
come
up.
and fuck them up. That's the thing. If Libya was Nigeria, Gaddafi will still be president. I just use Nigeria because that's Africa. That's one country I know that at least US used to get a lot from in Africa. So if it was Gaddafi, will still be president. If Saddam Hussein, Iraq, was Saudi Arabia, Hussein will still be alive.
Of course.
Do you understand? So other dictators know that
Who
they're
to
still
mess
gonna
with.
get fucked
Right,
up.
right.
But and the ones who know ain't nothing gonna happen,
Still continue.
still continue doing ain't nothing gonna happen.
But
you know?
we've always, we didn't go out there. We always still showed some strength. Like, look at how he
You guys-
entertained
you guys don't know how
Kim
to-
Jong Un.
it doesn't. It's title. It doesn't know how
And
to
Kim
pretend.
Jong Un didn't even do anything he agreed to do. Do you know
No,
there was
but
a
it-
report?
but
No.
He hasn't thrown out any bombs lately. No.
Let me finish, please.
There has
Can
been
I finish?
peace in the
Can I
Korean
finish?
Peninsula. You
Can
have
I-
to give Trump credit for that.
Can I finish?
There has been relative peace.
Can
I'm
I
listening.
finish? When they went to the agreement, the summit that they supposedly had,
Yeah.
the agreement that they signed, I was listening to a report the other day
Yeah.
that they just found 12 new sites that they're still testing, and it wasn't the agreement that they were supposed to stop.
But they haven't tested anything yet.
Yes, they are.
No, they haven't.
Corey, they are. I'll send you the
Show me-
article.
Show me the
they
article.
are.
They're saying they haven't actually tested any bombs, is what I mean. Like,
Of
they
course
haven't,
not,
that-
but
that's
they're
what I'm
working
saying.
on them.
But
That was the lie that they told.
So here's
now.
the difference,
What?
right? Here's the difference.
What are you saying?
There used to be tension. First of all, there used to be
This is
tension
job- that
between
guy's
the
job
two
is
Koreas,
Right,
South Korea and
right,
North Korea.
right.
The other day, they still showed South Korean and North Korean soldiers.
Marching
You know, for the
Right.
first
at the
time,
borders,
First time, I know,
shaking
shaking
you know, for the
themselves.
first
Right.
time now,
This is a
they both.
huge
You know, for the
deal.
first
For
time, the
now.
both
We have to
countries.
give him credit.
For
for
now.
that.
No. Let's
For
give for the
now.
first time both countries. You know, they crossed the border.
Right, and shook hands and all that. Right,
went back
that
into
was
some-
great.
There's
I
a
agree
lot
with
of
that.
de-escalation.
But what was agreed upon
No,
with that?
no.
Let me finish,
You're
please.
being
Can I
nitpicky.
finish?
Yeah,
No.
nitpicking.
I'm not
Finish.
nitpicking.
Finish.
No, when they went, the main issue of the summit was they signed a paper together, an agreement.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, I was reading up on it the other day. It was so vague that when they both signed it, they both took two different things away from it.
Okay, so
Trump
what
took
do you want?
something else.
So what do you
He
want
took
Trump to do?
something
What do you want
else.
Trump to do? What do you want
Yo,
Trump to do?
Like, what is that?
but what do you want
I'm
Trump
not,
to
it's
do?
not about Trump. I'm just saying
Oh,
in
yeah.
general.
But
Like,
Yeti-
what is going
Oh,
on?
did you guys see that video where Trump and Kim Jong Un, right? They were in the same place, right? And they had cameras, and Trump was like, yes, take pictures. Make sure you make him look skinny, and then they panned the camera to Kim Jong's face, and you could just see Kim Jong's face looking at him like, "Is this guy throwing shit at me?" Like, it was
It's
hilarious.
crazy. Like, come on.
It was hilarious.
It's like so, and then apparently what we thought they were going to do was, and they even showed a fake where they blew up one of their testing sites, and then in back of us
Yeah,
they had
they
like
were
12
playing
other
games.
ones.
They were
Of
playing
course,
games. They were
that's what
playing
I'm
games.
saying.
But all I'm saying is that still, relative to what the
I'm sorry,
situation we were in
but
before,
you see
things
before
have
before
to an extent.
South Korea will just be sleeping. You just hear
boom.
That's not right. That's horrible. What?
you just see
Like, they had genuine fears. Like,
that guy.
Yeah.
they used to have.
Don't you know
all
that they
these
have
drills
a
of, like, in case.
And you
something
know
they
what's
have- they have,
funny?
like, the drills now.
You
They
know
go
what's
on the
funny?
underground
You know
now.
who actually orchestrated this whole meeting between Trump and Kim Jong Un? The South Korean president. He was diplomatic about it.
Yeah,
he didn't
he
want
was.
to take credit to piss both side off. He was the one that got everything together.
He did a lot. He
Yes.
did a lot.
Like,
Because he's
just
faithful for his
can you
country
imagine
now.
you're just chilling and recording, you just hear siren, like alarm saying like
But
the
how
project is
sad
about
is
to happen.
that you're living in
Omo.
such fear? Remember, it happened here too.
It's
Now, back in the day,
unfortunate.
when
That guy
the Pearl Harbor and all those things, they used to have drills in class. They will
did.
hide on the desk like that would protect them from anything. But they used to have drills. Imagine living like that all
Oh,
through your life. That's sad.
And then the rumors coming out. That's why I really hope they do vote this idiot Buhari out. Rumors about Nigerian soldiers that were killed by Boko Haram.
Oh yes.
About
Oh, I
a-
heard
they
about
said
that.
about
I
100 of
don't
them.
know, but I saw videos of that. That's a serious
But they
thing.
said
I'm not sure exactly
the
what's
video
going
I
on.
saw. I don't know how many the Nigerian police force has come. I mean, the army has come out to say yes, something did happen, but the casualty number is faulty. But still,
So where
the
were
guy,
they?
the video I saw, the guy showed some of their armored vehicles that were like destroyed. They even showed one of the cars
I
that
saw
had
that.
bullets and blood from where some people died.
saw
And
that video.
he said that some of this equipment that they're using they bought it from Slovakia during the time of.
They're being backed by
Shagari.
somebody.
That
Yeah, of course,
no,
it's
they're
so
not. No,
obvious.
it's saying the army
Oh,
equipment.
the army's equipment.
Oh.
Is 1983.
Wow.
They're still using.
They're still using
1983,
from
I
the
mean,
time of
wow.
Shagari's government.
They're
That he's the one
leading
that
them
bought.
into slaughter
That he's the
now.
one that bought, and that's why I'm saying
They're
that this
leading
guy
them
is
into
so
slaughter.
incompetent, Buhari. That sure, the one thing that we know you for as a military man. Before you came out to say Dasuki was the one that was stealing money. Okay, now that you've removed the Dasuki that you have yet to jail or convict, the people you have in charge now, what's going on with the funds? Because the guy was like, they're spending money, but they don't seem like they're
The
using.
results and stuff.
Obviously, Boko Haram is being backed by someone in politics.
Definitely.
And the soldiers are like, okay, at least back us up too.
Right.
We're ready to kill these mofos. But you're giving us
Outdated
army
equipment.
tanks of 1983.
That's so
They're
sad.
setting them up for slaughter now.
That's so sad.
Like,
That's a
what do you
setup.
want them to, like, these are...
So what did he have to say about this one that just
He
happened?
didn't say anything. He went to be doing photo op
You see,
somewhere
and you see,
else.
that's my biggest problem with Buhari.
So that guy needs to go.
It's his messaging.
There's a
It's-
picture of,
it's so ill-timed. The guy, before he even comes out and says something, it might be weeks later.
And
I think
that's what I'm saying.
That's
That
the
guy-
problem with him. He needs to be a
that
better
guy is out here.
communicator.
Not even communicating.
Even if there's no money, at least communicate.
That guy, this is what Buhari does. Okay, so I have a cabinet. I want to fill in. Oh, Minister of Technology, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Sports. I don't care what your background was.
I saw the agriculture dude.
It's just that I feel like
I saw the
you
agricultural
are
dude one.
stood by me. You
And
have
then you're in it
quote
now.
unquote integrity.
Experience.
Integrity is the word he uses. So your background is
French.
French. Go
And I
and do
do
Minister
agri-
of Agri.
Can
for
you
me.
imagine?
Your background is Yoruba. Go and do Minister of Sports for me. A Minister of Technology for me. So everybody in his role, and they're all old people that have stood by him. They're incompetent people. They don't know what to do. Somebody there that you're telling, yo, army needs machine or newest this thing. You can be telling, I beg you, let them. They can use the 1983 one as this sport.
Yeah.
They're like the cars be overheating,
And
their
guys-
guns be jamming.
It's
Come on,
unfortunate.
man.
We need to wrap
Come
up
on.
though. But before we wrap
That
up,
guy should get up.
before we
Please
wrap
vote
up
Buhari
today,
out, Joe.
I'm not gonna tell anyone how to
Tell
vote.
you, vote him out.
So, but then vote for who?
Not Atiku though.
So then who do you vote
There are
for?
other people now. Obi,
And that's why,
Kwesi.
and that's the danger in telling people to vote for one person over the other. It's
I didn't.
never
I
know what
just
you're getting.
vote out the bad.
But
That's
then,
all.
Fair.
then you get
Look
what?
at options. They're not Atiku or Buhari. These are people that have been power already and they've not done anything. Go below.
I mean, there's a strong case to be made about the third candidate at this point, and I think someone needs to rise to the occasion. I just don't. I don't like that she's still going to go and meet people like IBB. It doesn't instill any confidence.
because
in
she's
me.
now trying to do politics, play
Yeah.
politics now.
But we need to start wrapping up. But before we wrap up, though, given that we did talk about Thanksgiving earlier, I wanted to just throw this question out there: what are you guys most thankful for this year? Starting with Wale, Mr. G.
yeah, why didn't you tell us?
I mean, you were gonna do this.
No, but I posted it on the thread now. I posted
thank-
that question. You guys didn't
Let
see
me
it.
thankful for life, thankful for friends, thankful for lovers.
In 2018?
thankful for- Huh?
You said lovers. How many lovers?
Lover. Thankful for family.
Okay.
I mean, we're here, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully, 2019.
Yeah. Yeti.
Not to sound like Wale too, but thankful for life. No.
You guys are gonna go with the generic
No.
thank-
Actually,
family, thank God.
I thank God for my
Oh,
family
thank God
because
too.
we had a horrible accident this year in front of my house. This
Yeah.
drunk driver dude just came
I
out of
remember
nowhere.
you said
So
so.
my mom actually was backing out. Luckily, she had already gone. Imagine if she was her that he hit, he would have T-boned her. So I thank God for life and
Okay.
safety and.
And me, I would just
Everything.
like to thank God first of all.
Oh,
that-
sorry. I also got a promotion this year too, so I guess I'm thankful for that.
Oh,
too, so
nice.
I forgot about that.
I can think
for
of
me-
boyfriend too.
Oh yeah, I'm thankful for all of
the
them.
boyfriend that she's always bullying.
What's bullying?
Probably
I'm
so.
playing. I'm playing. Nah, but what I would like to thank is first of all my family. We all relatively hale and hearty. All my family, my friends. I'm very thankful for that. Anytime that happens, you realize that we're getting to an age where we're starting to age, and you hear of all these people that something happens to them, they die, something, and I haven't gotten that in a while, and I'm thankful for that. And for whoever lost any close one close to them this year, may their souls rest in peace. But you have to remind yourself, like, we're getting older. The older you get,
The more you start,
the
people
more
start to drop.
people start to drop.
Yeah.
And I realized that we've been going strong. My family, we're all still relatively hale and hearty. My friends, they're all having kids,
Babies
getting married.
now, yeah.
Like it's been a really, really good year. And most importantly, I would like to thank you both for coming together and doing this podcast with me. I really, you don't understand this. I would do this for free, and the fact that you guys show up here every Saturday, I'm not paying you guys.
Actually,
just the fact
we have
that
to talk about that. Holly and I've been talking.
No, I mean, but I pay.
I could get out of here.
You got some donuts over here.
Really,
some
I'm
coffee.
bagel.
But
I really do want to thank you guys. This, in a lot of ways, this podcast has even been kind of therapeutic for me. Just being able to come here and talk about things that are on my mind. I feel these days where too often we're all on our phones communicating. We don't have enough face to face. And I would like to say it's been a pleasure so far this year doing this with. It's been a pleasure this year doing this with y'all. All three of y'all. And our engineer over here, Cheech. And of course, I'd like to thank our audience members. We're starting to grow.
Yeah, so
like a bunch of our videos are in the thousands now.
Okay, all right.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm still too scared to look at some of the comments though. But I know the what's her name, DJ Copy video. You are hitting on me for that video. It's been kind of getting.
What's the comments on there?
Quite a bit of traction. I haven't looked at it, but I know that it's been getting quite a lot of views. Our downloads have been going up. Our subscribers, our subscriber base has been going up.
What's the YouTube page again?
He's
Smiling Sofra.
Yeah, he's gonna announce all that.
And just please go subscribe to our YouTube page. We're gonna have way more
DJ Copy
videos.
Video has a couple thousand views.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
Let's see comments.
Hey, please don't read it out on there. Before they start insulting us.
Oh wow, we're doing big things, big numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
all
And
right.
we couldn't do this without coming here every Saturday. And I'm just glad that you guys have been patient with me. And please, again, to our audience members, I thank you guys. Please go subscribe. Please, you guys go on our YouTube page. It's called Smiling Suffer. We're on Instagram. Smiling under. Let me finish now. Smiling.
No, I have to give you a shout out. We need to bring back that. What's that?
Heroes and Villains?
Because the one you did about Uganda, I think.
Bobby Wine.
People love it.
Yeah, of course.
The Ugandan people, they're like, we love him so much.
The thing is, it takes research and takes a lot of reading. That's why it's hard to do it every week. But I plan to bring you a whole lot more Heroes and Villains sessions.
As in, a lot of people are like, wow, my future president, God protect him. We love you. We love you. Okay, you did a good job.
Wait, do you guys even subscribe to our YouTube page?
Yes, really. Now, of course. I did.
You guys are
I'll do it right now. Subscribe.
Can you imagine? Yo,
you want to turn on notifications?
We're on Instagram, smiling_sufferer. We're on Twitter @smilingpod. Please, we'll also like for you guys to call in. Please let us know if you want to share your stories. Please do. We'd like to put them on air. It's really all about getting our own stories out there and talking about our experiences. @smilingpod on Twitter. We're on Facebook. Please follow, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. You actually have to hit the bell, the little bell button, or else you won't get the alerts. And again, thank you guys for coming. Wale, can you take us out?
Yeah. Closing song. My man Burna, he's been dropping fire. Like, I can't wait for his album to come out, his new album, whenever it's gonna come out. But he dropped Burna recently, and that was like crazy. But this is the newest one that just came out. It's called On The Low, featuring Burna Boy.
It's Kelpie Vibes.
Yeah.